Yo, what up, guys? How y'all doing today? Hopefully, everything is going well. Today is one of those days. So, woo, we got a lot going on today. Um, there was weather all over the country. A lot of people are snowed in and things like that. So, let's take a second to give a little bit of love to the people out there having a hard day. I apologize for that. You know, sometimes we just can't help it. Life just be life. All right, we'll light this first one up. Everybody kick back. We'll open up the panel. Right now, it looks like there's not too many people here. So we're just going to chop it up for a little bit. And we're going to figure out today if I am the most hated panelist or just misunderstood. Now, anybody have any opinions about it? You can go ahead and hit the chat. I will be dropping the link as soon as I can here. And we will get into it. Anybody got an opinion or if they got feelings about me, come on up because we'll see what you think, what you say. Let's see here. We'll throw some of this in the background. Yeah. All right. Line them up, y'all. Yep. Where them haters at? We about to find out. All right. So, I'm about to pull up a few things. I got a few things just chilling, watching the back. This was pretty crazy. I ended up finding some holes in our history. It's pretty surprising that people are not realizing there's some things that we may be lied to about. All right, so let's see if I can find a short one. All right, let's check this out. This one's pretty crazy. I can't do this on other people's channels. I don't know why. All right, before I start playing this right here, I'm gonna run these disclaimers I got here. So I'm definitely not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. Yeah, we about to go into it. We about to explain this whole thing. Why there's these extremely tall people. We're gonna find out why these skeletons were found, why they took them to the Smithsonian, and why we haven't seen them since. We're gonna start breaking y'all in easy, getting y'all into the rabbit hole. That's kind of strange. Uh-oh, y'all can't hear that, huh? Y'all can't hear it. It's crazy. Thought I figured out these little kinks. They're not playing. Hold on. Because it's for some reason it's not happening. Not happening. But I'm about to drop that. All right. Here. system is getting all kinds of messed up over here. It's not sharing no more. Oh man, getting bad. My other one's kind of messed up over there. My laptop's man, it's getting annoying. Wow, this is crazy. I can't believe this is happening right now. Like somebody's trying to hack my laptop. Damn, I might have to get a new. I have to get a new laptop security thing, man. 'Cause something's cracking over there. It's like my whole laptop just started blinking black, bro. I'm over here trying to share. I'm like, wait, what? Man, this is crazy. Whatever. It's blunt kicking though. Smoke them if you got them, dude. You know what I'm saying? We over here chilling. We finna get to the topics in a minute. I'm just trying to get this computer set back up because I don't know what happened. Like everything just fucking up. And then I already know I need to get a new mic, but life is life in today. For right now, I got some basic things that I was talking about. Let me bust out this. Actually, I downloaded some of these videos pop up last night. We were talking about real. Those conversations got wild. You know what I'm saying? So that's the best part. We be having some good conversations over here, y'all. Don't sleep on us. Don't sleep on us. We even had two of the homies come through last night. You know what I mean? Had a couple of viewers. It ain't a lot, but hey, we just starting to go live. Live is live. You know what I mean? So anytime you want to come up here, we can talk. No name calling. You know when we crack jokes, they funny. It's not that disrespectful, mean stuff. I don't play like that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have what is it, decorum? You know what I mean? Let's build a rapport. Let's kick it. Light them up. You know what I'm saying? It's time to kick it. For real. Don't get scared. Don't be running. Go on. If you got a topic, you can drop it in the chat. We'll chop it up. Today's topic right now: am I the most hated panelist or am I just misunderstood? Got a lot of haters, dude. I don't even know what I'll be doing. Ask me a question, I'll answer it. Make them mad. Make people mad. Should we check it out? Should we see what they talking about? Let's see if it makes sense.
The senator from Oklahoma, Mr. Langford. The senator from South Carolina, Mr. Scott. The senator from New York, Mr. Schumer. The senator from Illinois, Mr. Durbin. And the senator from Minnesota, Ms. Klobuchar.
All right, fine. It looked like it worked. Let's see if it continues to work. We'll go back.
I can turn your wildest ideas into a song. Just describe it in a few words.
Wow,
Choose a
everybody's
style,
using
and let
that
Morocco
AI to make music. It's crazy. Everybody's using AI to make music. They don't even take the time to do it no more. So when we start thinking about art, we got to compete with AI too. So your ideas got to be good. You're not allowed to be lazy when it comes to art no more. See what they talk about. We gonna see what they talk about. Uh-oh. Alright, is it working? Doing that black thing. Oh, man. Dang, that's wild. Ow. There we
Of
go.
that critical high-stakes decision from the United States Supreme Court declaring most of the president's tariffs unconstitutional. And so you mentioned it there. I will be inside of the chamber today, sitting up in the gallery, and my eyes are going to be closely following which Supreme Court justices end up showing up tonight, what the interactions are between the president and the Supreme Court justices, especially those that he appointed and the justices that are conservative that ended up siding with the liberal justices in this case. We all remember that moment from last year where the president conveyed to the Chief Justice John Roberts, telling him thank you, shaking his hand. That was caught on a hot mic. What exactly happens tonight? That is going to be very interesting. And aside from that, you are right. The message here is going to be critical for Republicans heading into this critical midterm election year. I will tell you, up here on Capitol Hill, many Republicans want the president to continue that focus on the economy, on affordability. They believe that is going to be the winning message in November, and Democrats are trying to challenge that.
Aw, snap. Okay. This is starting to get a little crazy. I don't know what's going on. Let's try to listen a little more.
All right, well, from the message to the guests, walk us through the list for tonight's address. Who should we be watching out for?
Oh my goodness, and it's going to be, listen, a packed house. I will say this, Kira, one thing that we always keep our eye on, though, of course, is Democrats and Republicans coming together. Who's sitting along the aisle? Who's trying to shake the president's hand? Right.
Okay, so who's trying to get on Trump's good side? This is what they're looking to find out. It's going to be interesting.
Right now, our team has been keeping a very close tally. As of right now, there are more than 70 Democrats who are not going to be showing up for tonight's State of the Union address. Some of them are going to be attending a counter-programming event over on the National Mall. Who will be there? We're expecting to see maybe some of the Supreme Court justices, obviously members of the president's cabinet as well. And then we go to the special guests. And so we know President Trump invited the men's hockey team to come here to the State of the Union address tonight. We are expecting some members of that team to show up. Democrats really trying to spotlight the victims of Jeffrey Epstein's abuse. We are told they will be there tonight as well. And the president has a few special guests that he plans to honor in his speech tonight as he speaks to the nation, Kira.
Okay, we'll be taking it all live, and you'll be with us for the whole entire journey. Rachel Scott, appreciate you so much. All right. Well, as President Trump makes his way to the House chamber for his 2026 State of the Union Union address, he will walk through some of the most historic statue-filled and heavily secured spaces in the U.S. Capitol. Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy knows that route very well. He's walked it many times and now takes our chief Washington correspondent, John Carl, on the same journey for a behind-the-scenes look ahead as the president gets ready to walk onto the floor, lined with lawmakers, aides, and media who will line that route.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, so
Peace?
we're
What's
Kevin
up,
McCarthy
bro?
here now.
Good, good to see you. Good to see you going up and going. Let's go.
I know it was time. It was
All
time.
right.
We needed a safe place to chop it up.
Before the speech starts.
Okay,
This
okay.
is the ceremonial office for the speaker. During the year, you'll meet foreign leaders and others, but what happens in the State of the Union?
I gotta hit pause on this real quick.
Oh, is it my mic? I'm sorry.
No, it's not you. It was definitely me. I'm over here trying to put a bunch of stuff together. Now that you're up here, all right, cool. So, have you been following any of this, or is it the first time you're hearing it?
No, this the first time I just got on here and I just saw the couple lives that was going, so I clicked on yours too.
All right. Welcome to the panel.
Thank you. So what is
should
what
be-
can you maybe give me a synopsis real quick? I can catch up.
All right, so the actual question is, am I the most hated panelist, or am I just misunderstood?
I wouldn't know that. So it's about you?
No, that was just the question because it was funny.
Oh,
But we're just doing whatever.
I was gonna and hey, everybody's the most hated panelist at one point in time. Like, right, we all have a bad day, good day. And I think that's what the beauty of this is. Especially by it being live, it's like, no, you raw and uncut. You don't get to edit. You gotta really, be able to be you.
Yeah.
Even if it's not perfect, or even if you're wrong. But that's where what is that?
My sound effects, my bad.
But why you do that?
It
Okay.
was clapping. It was clapping
Oh.
because you was cooking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's where, authenticity. Like, no matter what, when you authentic, even if it's just 4 or 5, and it doesn't matter. Like, you're not doing stuff for people to follow or look or for applaud. You don't do things for a trophy. It's like, you know what? Like, here, we just exchanging. We all just moving through this world together. Here go a little piece of me. Give me a little piece of you.
Exactly.
And again, congrats
I'm not
on your
gonna shut
live.
you off. Go ahead, you can cook.
I was letting you finish your
Because at the
video.
end of the day, everybody needs to be heard. Nobody should feel like they're not being heard.
Oh yeah, that too. But everybody don't need to be heard or want to be heard. If you got something to say, you say it. And if you influential or impactful, it's gonna hit anyway. Either way it go, and that's
I'm still
online and
having
offline.
issues with
Just be consistent
my whole
in
thing.
who you are spiritually, emotionally. Because how you do anything
Trying to
is how
get
you do
everything to work,
everything.
so.
So that's it. It's real simple. And I we gotta learn to start getting back to enjoying things with one another. And I think that's the beauty of having different creators, new people, new ideas, new personalities. And oh my gosh, it's so much personality on here. Everybody is so headstrong, and that is what happens. Even when you said the panel, like, usually your panelists are a bunch of people with, well, not a bunch of people, actually quite a couple of people who come together who just have big personalities, and you get together online. But your person, those same people, like in the real world, I kid you not, they catch hell because they so big. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you are like that. So I think it's a beautiful thing that everybody is learning a little bit more, even humbling themselves a little bit more and learning how to use this app for the right things. Because of course, it could always be used for the wrong things, right? That's the easy thing to do. So,
See, wisely said. Very well put. Because a lot of people, they wouldn't even understand that being yourself is a lot harder than being what other people want you to be.
yeah. And being yourself is all you got. And being yourself,
Yeah.
you better know who you are, especially in these times that we are living in. You better know who you are, or you will get lost in this times. And after that, ain't nobody gonna save you. You know, get caught up in the whirlwind if you want to. That's why I always go back to, hey, just be simple, just be a regular person. You already a star in, God's eyes, or the world's, whatever it is that you believe in. Even if you believe in anything, I know that somebody somewhere is still protecting and loving on all of us. If not, we wouldn't be on here being how we are, like we so ungrateful at times. Um,
Hmm.
so anyway, I'm not gonna keep. I'll go. I didn't want to do that. I don't want to do you
Exactly.
guys like that. I'm talking about you
Yeah.
guys. But um, yeah, you can finish the video because I don't know what I'm watching, and so I don't have anything to say. I just tapped on here.
No. The no, the whole thing cut out on me. I'm having a delay because well, it was kind of a live view, but
Okay.
I'm trying to get my sound to come on because it's still lagging a little
I
bit.
want to send you something, and you tell me. I want you to kind of take a look at it, and then you tell me what you think about it. Your email still the same?
All right.
Mm, let me see.
Yeah,
Um, okay. Is
this. I
oh,
got a delay. I have a delay on me right now. It's crazy because my whole system kind of just shut down on me a little bit. See, I'm still working on my kinks, so I apologize because man, this is so inconvenient. It really is because I got the studio set up on my laptop and I got my tablet because there's a hole. I'm trying to make sure if I have my
oh
travel
man.
set together, I can move on, and then I can have my stationary set. There's just a lot of different ways I can do it. I'm trying to make sure I learn because I know how to do it all on laptop, but
Well, let me know how I can help.
just
Let
trying
me
to
see.
get
I'm
this
trying to
together.
send you
That's
something,
all.
but I don't. My
But
phone is glitching really bad. It's probably gonna go out. It's doing that thing where you know how the phone, like, the screen just starts going blank, almost like the battery or something is messed up in it, or it starts getting hot on its own.
yeah,
And sorry, my voice hoarse. I've been talking all day.
no, it's cool. I've been talking all day too. I'm just trying to figure all this out because it's a lot. I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot.
I
And then
can't, like, my phone. I hit copy, and then but when I go to paste things, it won't paste. And I've cut my phone off. I reset all the settings, but this is a refurbished phone anyway. I got this phone last year before last, and it was $200. Like, for me, like, I don't talk on the phone. Like, all I need to do is dial 911. So eventually, these phones, they start giving out anyway. But I always have to have an iPhone because I'm just used to the system functions. It's not even necessarily that it's an iPhone. It's just more so the system and the patterns that are familiar to me. Um,
yeah, learning new things is kind of hard. I won't.
huh?
I said learning new things is kind of hard. I won't lie.
Yeah.
It's
Or,
pretty
I
difficult
just don't want
sometimes.
to. It's like, if I already know this, I'm not about to go learn something else. I'm already right here. I got a whole bunch of other
Yeah.
stuff I got to do. It's just that simple. Like, I could if I wanted to, but I don't feel like it.
And we got to do what we got to do sometimes.
I ain't doing a god. No, I'm just playing. I'm gonna send. I want to try to email this. The thing is, my paste is not working. Um, but it's really, really good. I want you to see it, but I want you to see it before you. I don't want you to just bring something up. I want you to maybe be okay with the topic. But I think it's very interesting.
Yeah, we can talk about anything here.
Well, you gotta find it. Let me see. I'm gonna try to paste one more time. It's just my phone. I'm gonna have a new phone this week. I have to
You can
break
try to
down.
drop it in the back chat if you want. Maybe
That's
that'll
what I'm
work.
trying to do. It won't paste.
Uh,
I'm trying to hit paste. it's the phone, that's all. I mean, you hear like how the mic go, it's just the phone. Um, you know what? Let me drop down. Give me 2 minutes, okay?
Yeah, make sure you say
Do-
something in the chat so I can give you your wrench.
I don't have a page. I just be scroll like I kid you not. I log onto my YouTube and then one or two of y'all will be live and I'm like, hey, how y'all doing? But I don't have a page.
Okay, okay.
Well, I can reactivate it, but it's like for what? I don't need all that. Um, and that's only for now, because I still have a lot to learn. Like I don't even know how to work, basic stuff like StreamYard or the editing and all those other things. So it's like, why be on here if you're not gonna fully commit yourself? But I do want to help out and be an asset or just support where I can.
Yeah, I appreciate that too because
Mhm.
I'm working on it, trying to figure
Okay.
it out myself, teaching myself along the way how to figure this out.
But you see how you have like graphics and stuff in the background, like even small stuff like that. I want to learn how to do that because I don't
Yeah,
necessarily. Yeah, like if you show, all you gotta do is just show me something, and I could get it. Like it's other things to do on here too. Not everybody have to be a panelist. You can do production, moderating, um, just again, if you're really a creator, then you use your creativity.
hmm I feel that, and that's what I'm working on right now. I'm just trying to, man, it's a lot of buttons, and it's a lot
That's
of
okay. Give
chords,
yourself some
and you got to
time.
have the right chords because if you don't, it's like, and then you got to have the right mics, and then the mics I have are not fitting, and I can't find the right chord. I
It's
need a dynamic
okay.
chord.
It's okay. Give yourself time.
Mm,
It's gonna come.
that's
You
right.
not anywhere that anybody else haven't been. So if you really passionate about what you want to do, you're gonna get there. And don't try to rush. It's not a race.
All right, yeah, that's good advice. Because I'm not trying to hurry up. I'm just like up and coming along the way and letting everybody know like this is what it's taking to get where it goes. They can follow the blueprint.
Right. Yeah. But it's not
So how was
everybody.
your day?
Oh my day was long. I have mandatory overtime, so just
Yeah,
getting
me
off.
too.
Yeah. But
Man,
thank
they
you
just
for
be throwing
asking.
work. Yeah, they just be throwing work at us. Like, hey, you can handle this, right? Like,
Oh
maybe.
my goodness. Oh my, and you know what? This is the thing. Like, I, I have it's like, you know what? With employers, because that's what it is. Like, I understand corporate and business a lot more. I respect it actually. Like, they don't give a hell about your feelings. Like, yeah, you the little nice person working here, but we want to see our metrics. When I tell
Mhm.
you, um, it has just been so interesting.
Yeah,
These, hmm go ahead.
I'm saying yeah, because working, all the different people we deal with, all the different situations we see. A lot of people don't even realize we see more real life and more real life situations than they do in their life because of our fields.
Listen, we had to explain today um at my work, and I love my work. I love, I'm so thankful. um but we were like, we have spent 4 hours in meetings on what we supposed to do, and we haven't even been able to get out the meetings to actually go implement it.
Yeah,
E- and that's not including while you're in the meeting you getting about 10 missed calls because these people want to talk to you because they want to get paid, they need their money. Oh my goodness, it's just
yep,
so
dealing with all
crazy.
of those different situations in real
Mhm,
life
mhm.
because they're like, wait,
Yeah.
my real life's on the line. It's just like I know I'm trying to, but I can't sometimes. Wait a minute, but I gotta know something first.
It's like, no, get the job done. Like, and don't give people false hope.
Yeah, they don't even understand what that means.
They don't, because they don't have to that, and that's why I be telling the world, be very careful about, hey, this is a good idea. It is a good idea, but unless you're the one who's gonna actually go do the work, somebody else got to do that job. Shut up coming
Oh
up with
yeah.
stuff.
Wow. And then so many people don't even understand how that's even possible. Like, wait, that's the truth? Yes, that's the truth.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Life, man.
Well, I'm not gonna keep you. I just wanted to show some love. I saw that you were live, and it looked like this your first live, or
Nah, I think this is number 4. Because I
number
do
four.
like a smoke sesh before bed. I was
Okay.
just like chiefing a blunt.
Okay.
Usually, we'll do the after work where we chill. We'll talk about some things, see what's going
Okay,
on
so
in
a
the
wind
world.
down, like a happy hour.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
But not all that crazy mean jokes. We're like, talking about serious stuff, blowing off steam, that intellectual steam that builds up, sitting there thinking about stuff all day. Now
Mhm.
you got somebody to talk to.
Mhm.
Pretty much.
Okay, let me drop down. I'm gonna try to send this email to you, and let me know, and then I'll come back up in about 5 to 10 minutes. So to see if you got it. But it's my button. I click the copy, but when I go to paste it in like messages or link, I'm sorry, or email, the email body is not pasting, and that's been happening for like 2 days. So it's something that's just going on with my phone.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so I'm gonna do
Hopefully
that
that
again,
gets fixed.
and then I'll come back up in like maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
All right, take your time.
Okay, and congrats again on your 4th show. Keep up the good work.
Yep. Hope
Okay.
to see you many times.
Oh, of course. All love.
All right. Let's see here. I think it's starting to work again. Let me see. Let that settle in. Let's see if it's going to share. Okay, okay. All right. So we're gonna run this back. All right. Start here.
Now, as he claims victories abroad, President Trump facing trouble at home. Tonight's speech comes as most Americans disapprove of his performance in the Oval.
It's one of the most important speeches a U.S. president will give. Good evening. Congress and the American people
Keeps cutting out.
have been laying out his plan for the next 3 years. A live look now inside the U.S. Capitol. The president's theme tonight, America at 250, strong, prosperous, and respected. But as Americans struggle with affordability, he's also expected to announce new measures, including a program requiring technology companies to pay for increased electricity costs. Immigration will be top of mind for many Americans, especially communities like Minneapolis, where we witnessed deadly encounters with ICE. And what will that moment be like when Supreme Court Court justices come face to face with the president just days after they struck down most of his tariffs, a centerpiece of his economic plan. Our ABC News correspondents in the field and Republican and Democratic lawmakers all standing by. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott joins us now. Rachel, this is a pivotal moment for President Trump to sell his agenda to both Congress and the nation ahead of the November midterms. What's the strategy tonight?
Yeah, and well, Kira, even Republicans will acknowledge this really isn't the type of State of the Union address that maybe the president had envisioned, because this comes just off of the heels of that critical high-stakes decision from the United States Supreme Court declaring most of the president's tariffs unconstitutional. And so you mentioned it there. I will be inside of the chamber today, sitting up in the gallery, and my eyes are going to be closely following which Supreme Court justices end up showing up tonight, what the interactions are between the president and the Supreme Court justices, especially those that he appointed and the justices that are conservative that ended up siding with the liberal justices in this case. We all remember that moment from last year where the president conveyed to the Chief Justice John Roberts, telling him thank you, shaking his hand. That was caught on a hot mic. What exactly happens tonight? That is going to be very interesting. And aside from that, you are right. The message here is going to be critical for Republicans heading into this critical midterm election year. I will tell you, up here on Capitol Hill, many Republicans want the president to continue that focus on the economy, on affordability. They believe that is going to be the winning message in November, and Democrats are trying to challenge that.
All right. Well, from the message to the guests, walk us through the list for tonight's address. Who should we be watching out for?
Oh, my goodness. And it's going to be a packed house. I will say this, Kira. One thing that we always keep our eye on, though, of course, is Democrats and Republicans coming together. Who's sitting along the aisle? Who's trying to shake the president's hand? Right now, our team has been keeping a very close tally. As of right now, there are more than 70 Democrats who are not going to be showing up for tonight's State of the Union address. Some of them are going to be attending a counter-programming event over on the National Mall. Who will be there? We're expecting to see maybe some of the Supreme Court justices, obviously members of the president's cabinet as well. And then we go to the special guests. And so we know President Trump invited the men's hockey team to come here to the State of the Union address tonight. We are expecting some members of that team to show up. Democrats really trying to spotlight the victims of Jeffrey Epstein's abuse. We are told they will be there tonight as well. And the president has a few special guests he plans to honor in his speech tonight as he speaks to the nation, Kira.
Okay, we'll be taking it all live, and you'll be with us for the whole entire journey. Rachel Scott, appreciate you so much. All right. Well, as President Trump makes his way to the House 2026 State of the Union address, he will walk through some of the most historic, statue-filled and heavily secured spaces in the U.S. Capitol. Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy knows that route very well. He's walked it many times and now takes our chief Washington correspondent, John Carl, on the same journey for a behind-the-scenes look ahead as the president gets ready to walk onto the floor lined with lawmakers, aides, and media who will line that route.
Okay, so we're with Kevin McCarthy here now. You were a leader here for a long time. Obviously, you were Speaker of the House, but when you were a member of the Republican leadership, you escorted presidents who go right here before the speech starts.
Yes, this is the ceremonial office for the Speaker. During the year, you'll meet foreign leaders and others, but what happens in the State of the Union, they nominate an escort committee. Those are Republicans and Democrats, House, Senate. You go in there and you greet the president. You take a quick picture. Yeah. Then you come back into this hallway.
And you've done this with 3 presidents.
Oh, yeah. This is kind of where the president will start and everybody's laying before. They're nervous. You can tell when it's their first time or they're confident. You have these conversations with them before they go down. The interesting part, too, is at inaugural, you kind of do something. So I was standing just like this before President Trump walking out to the inaugural. I was the last person standing there, right? And it's interesting with President Trump knowing he's done this before. Some of them walk with real confidence, and some of them are nervous. It's a very big speech, seeing where they're going to go. And all the members are kind of lining behind, but you could tell based upon party who wants to push up, who wants to push back.
And Trump has told me he thinks this is the most important speech. More than any other speech. He said, this is it.
This is, okay, once you turn here, it's like the show is going to begin. Because the next time you turn,
the House chamber's right over here.
We're just walking around the House chambers. Because when that next door's open is when America really watches it. So the Sergeant of Arms, Bill McFarland, he's going to go out there.
The famous words.
Yeah. President of the United States. Everybody's going to rise up. And then you walk down there and people are just grabbing you. You want to shake your hands. And everybody's excited. It is the Super Bowl. It is the prom. It is important to every single member.
What's Trump usually like at this moment when he's coming in? I mean, like I said, he thinks this is his biggest speech. So what's he like?
It's funny
to walk in.
Like when the first time he's coming down here, I thought he'd be nervous. He'll still talk to you about things, but I didn't really want to get in his head about something else.
Right.
He turned the corner right here the first time, and somebody walks up and has a Diet Coke. He takes the swig, wash his hands,
hit a
and
Diet
go.
Coke
Let's
before
go.
it goes in. Yeah. Wow. Now this is going to be a little different because you have like a lot of Democrats are going to be boycotting the speech.
Fortunate, because what you really want. Look, I've been there. I as Speaker, I'm sitting as a Republican, and I've got a Democrat vice president, a Democrat president.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking at you. And the difference part, when you're sitting up there as Speaker, you can hear what everybody says, even though the television doesn't
People
pick
don't
up.
realize. I've been in the
You hear their comments. Yeah. But this is the moment when they get about right here.
Yeah.
These doors will open, and then those doors right there, they'll keep them closed just like that. The president will be standing there. The rest of the escort committee will be down the stairs, and they open that up. If you look directly from that door all the way across, the other door you'll see is the door to the Senate. And what's different is this is the House, but the Senate gets treated special. The Senate gets the first 3 rows. The House members have to sit back. Members will go in there as soon as they can to reserve the seats and sit there just so they could be on television, which to me, I didn't think.
What we heard from the speaker is that those empty seats of people that aren't going to go this year, they can't be filled by staff, he said.
Well, what happens is,
so are we going to see empty seats? I mean, actual
I don't believe so, because normally what would happen when I was Speaker and others, like when we would have dignitaries come speak, we also bring in
but that's not a
ambassadors.
State of the Union.
But ambassadors still come and stay in. Like if you look over to the side, a lot of ambassadors are there, and they come fill in. I still think when you're thinking you got all the House and all the Senate, if there's 20-some boycott, you'll never even know. They'll be missing out
because it's such a packed chamber anyway.
And what's happening right now in the chamber, they're cooling it down. They're putting these lights up because it gets warmer. They're making sure.
Does it get hot in there after? I mean, he might go 2 hours tonight.
Oh, he's going to set a record.
It was an hour and 40 minutes last time around. Now you're hearing Kevin McCarthy saying he's going to set a record. That means more than an hour and 40 minutes tonight. Joining us now, Chair of the House Democratic Caucus, California Congressman Pete Aguilar. That's a lot of time to hopefully hear what you want to hear, Congressman. You know, the president is coming in to this night with really low approval. But your party isn't doing much better. When asked who they trust to handle America's biggest problems, 33% of Americans say President Trump, only 31% say Democrat. So how does your party plan to show voters why they should trust you more than Trump?
Well, I think this is clear.
So the crazy part about all of this, there's so much they're covering, there's so much confusion, and nobody can really put into place what is going on here. At the end of the day, we all have to make our own choice when it comes to this. So who is going to choose what at this point? So we'll listen to a little bit more of this. Welcome back, peace.
Hey.
About a contrast right now. Donald Trump does not have the support of the American people because
Donald Trump does not have the support of the American people. So who's the American people? Do you support Donald Trump?
I do. I support what he's doing right now. Yes. I support, that's our leader. So we need to be safe and protected.
Exactly. And if he doesn't have our support, why did we elect him? That doesn't make any sense. If he's better than Camilla, why not just be like, all right, let's let him do his thing? Make sense or not? Am I tripping?
No.
Could just put the old girl in there. Hey, you know Mexico has a female president. It's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm. I support whoever can get the job done. Amen. You know what I'm saying? Like our kids, the next generation deserve to be here too. And like, look at how chaotic the world is for them. Like, it's so dysfunctional. It's abnormal. they can never experience and feel things the way that we had felt them and experienced it, because everything in their world is so far and so microwave and readily accessible. So I'm for the kids in the next generation, because if something go wrong, then they won't have a chance to be here for another 80 or 90 years.
And that's a tough thing to do. Just trying to be there, just trying to be here, like keeping your body going. And then sometimes your body could be 100% healthy, and then poof, just gone.
Yeah, but I'm saying as a society, that
Yeah,
are
as
our,
society too, because
yeah, our
if we
children,
want to
if we
look at a
don't.
bigger scale,
Mhm.
you could think about mass wipeouts when it comes to um, my bad, the mass wipeouts when it comes to
Well, yeah, and then
the
that's usually
plague
how
and
it go.
stuff.
It's
We even had
when
our
it's
own little
when there's too much going on at once, that's causing confusion.
things.
When you have
We
confusion
had
and
our own
ignorance.
little
Uh
uh,
huh.
pandemic, and that was stretching across the world. We had black plagues and things like that. See, this is something that I can't forget about, because we always have things that are stressing our societal standards and our structure that we have, including invasions and even different. We had war. War is huge. That's something we can never get rid
Right, but what's happening right now is people are trying to reshape and restructure what has always been. And so it's like, well, you giving us something, but without a proper blueprint or study guide. And so far, it looked like everybody about to go off the cliff.
of that. That's why we need to figure it out. I'll hit play on this real quick. I got to wait. I'm gonna try to-
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab some water. My throat. It's like I've been eating. I feel like I ate a sweater. Like my mouth is so dry. Talking to these people all day. Oh my goodness.
All right, take your time.
Okay, I'm still listening. Go ahead.
All right, but while I'm fixing this, society is a little tripped out. It doesn't know what to do with itself right now. Everybody is a little twisted in the mind. The way
Well,
things are showing out, um, the world's unstable, and it's very difficult to do anything.
oh goodness. Whew. Sorry, it took me a minute. I'm going to get my water. It took me a minute to get up. TTO.
Take your time. Take your time.
I'm an old young bitch.
Wow. All right. Let's see. All right. I think I got that now. I think I got it. Yeah, I think I got it to work. This is just tripping me out a little bit. 'Cause, maybe I just need to focus more on one device. But that means I have to move strictly to the laptop. So I'll go ahead and get that set up and start trying to figure that out. I really like using my tablet. It's nice. It's cool. It's real neat. You would never think you could do so much on a tablet. Man, you hitting the blunt or is the blunt hitting you, bro?
I'm not hitting no blunt. Shut up.
Hold on. Okay, I gotta get these sounds going too. I like this right here. You know what I'm saying?
I have a cold.
Oh, you got a code?
Yes.
You got that? You got the vid?
You ain't shit.
I think I put
Okay, I'm back.
I thought I saw Joe Cool in the chat over there. I have to give him a ring.
Huh? I'm going up and yonder.
Here you go. Hey.
Where your video go?
Hold on. Let me get this together.
Oh, Joe Cool. Oh, is he an alpha? Joe Cool?
He's all right. He's cool. I haven't had no issues with him.
Oh.
He's very opinionated. He cracked a few jokes, but I think we got past that kind of stuff. He understands I don't like that. The people that don't have respect for me, I don't really. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's gonna happen, and they gonna mess with you a little bit on here anyway.
Well,
You
yeah,
know
that's
what?
why I'm up here on my shit.
Yeah, look at it as because you ain't gonna get. Listen, they ain't gonna give it to you easy on here. Like no matter what, it's interesting, right? But you do have to have, and we know this. You have to have thick skins. It's not personal. You know that you be surprised if somebody. Let me put it to you like this: if they weren't messing with you, you should be concerned. So if somebody bothering you, or they, which they ain't gotta haze you, and that happens, right? That hazing, right? Everything has to be like we gotta bring
Yeah,
you
but I ain't in
cool.
no fraternity though, so I'm not
I
going
know,
for that.
but that's what I'm getting to. So, and I'm getting to something. So, but that's what I'm getting to. We have a cult-like mentality as Black people anyway. It doesn't matter the
Yeah,
setting.
that's why they
You
need
get
their
what I'm
ass
saying?
whooped.
It doesn't matter the setting. So I'm not saying it's okay at all. Like, but you
Yeah.
could always log off too and not ever be on here. Like, cause you ain't gonna. One thing about me, let me tell you something. I'll block somebody in the middle of them typing order and like you got to like I will. It's so crazy, but it's the one thing you gotta have for yourself. It's the one thing you gotta have for yourself. Like, oh, I can just always log off and not hear what you're saying. Like, if you
Yeah.
don't like, I'll give you an example. People who are offended by things. It's like, well, why are you over there watching that person if you don't like what they have to say about the white woman, the Black? It's like, get from over there then. Why would you stay somewhere and keep listening to something you don't like? That is, again,
One of the craziest things you can do.
mental illness.
Why? Exactly. Or you're seeking that approval of other people, and that's also called low self-esteem or something.
Well, no, that's called data and delusion because it's now everybody can get the internet, right? Versus before the internet, you had to really be somebody, which is why you only had one or two of this or one or two of that because you had to actually get out here and work and make it. So everybody can grab a microphone, you know. Hold on 1 second. Ooh. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's like, and it's not about people. It's like, everything is not about people. Like people are just people, and through God's eyes or whatever it is, we all look the same. We all on the same level. It don't matter what you got or what you don't got. We can all be, the one thing that's guaranteed is that none of us are guaranteed to wake up tomorrow morning. We all still on the same, well, some people, I mean, depending on where they at in the world, but you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Right now we on the same time frame. We don't even,
I'm
we're not
2 hours
even
behind you
guaranteed.
technically.
We're not even, yeah, but we're not even guaranteed the next hour. So it's like, I mean, just let this world be. It's gonna spin, and people are just a part of it. But they don't matter as much. People, human beings don't matter as much as we think we do. And I think that's one thing we should get in our head too. One lesson everybody needs to learn is you're not that special. Then that removes you from a lot of stuff. Like, you know what? No, actually, I'm not. You not. I just seriously, it's something
Yeah,
to think about. You're not that special,
it's crazy. A lot of people can't hear it.
and I don't care
I think it's
who.
and
It could be because everybody love. I mean, this is I use her. I mean, well, I don't want to say Michael Jackson because he gone, but I mean, even him, you not he the great, right? As far as an artist and entertainer, but you not that special. You can still be gone just like one of us. Like you get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like we all got a heart, we all got a kidney, we all got air, we
makes a
got to
lot of sense
breathe.
to me.
So you
I
see a
mean,
human as a human,
whoever's
but
in the
that's fear
chat
no
or
man. That's
whoever's
really
in
when
the,
you fear no
you know,
man. You only fear
watching
God.
this later on down the road, because
Yeah.
you guys
So
start
everything.
realizing we're going through
So when
something.
you doing stuff, it's not about people or what the
But
people
hey,
gonna think
I can
or
say
what the
this
people
is
gonna do
the
or haters
State of the
and all that
Union
other
address
stuff.
everybody's going to be talking about, and we're talking about it here right now while it's live. So we're going to go ahead and run this, and then Peace has a topic she wants to bring up. So we're going to be going into that, and I bet you a lot of people in this room in the State of the Union understand what Peace is going to go into after this.
Oh, because a lot of them are in there.
You can tell me to pause anytime if you hear a point that you want to talk about.
I'm just listening. I'm really sleepy.
Uh-oh.
It's cool. I give it till about 11.
I want me to do it.
Okay, so what are they addressing?
Oh man. Ah,
What's the G Sigma on your thing?
something wrong with my laptop. It's not staying connected to the internet. So
Oh, okay.
I don't like it. It's very annoying. Very, like very. Well, definitely don't know what to do with that right now. That's a pretty heavy. I can't share from my tablet either. So that's one of the things that's been holding me back for real. I really been trying to figure out how to do the thing. I can only like share things that I downloaded.
Yeah, but you got some
Yeah,
pretty
but you got
cool
some pretty
graphics
cool
going in the
graphics going
background.
in the background. Yep. And then I have this sound thing too that I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of. So, like I said, I need a new cord for my dynamic mic because it has a thicker cord than these little like earbud cords. There's like these other options like earbud mics where I can like it has the earbud cord where you can like the headphones. It has it's a smaller cord. And they have the different
Okay.
heights. I need to get one of those to fit my little soundboard, or I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go old school with it. But I'm trying to figure out the soundboard. It's pretty cool being able to like adjust my voice and things like that, as far as like being able to get the best quality out of my sound. Um, so I sound clear and audible because sometimes it's just all messed up. And right now I'm on this generic makeup. this generic build, like trying to get my name brand on. But, it's a tough business strategy, trying to figure it out. Because if I ask for help, not only does that diminish me being as a man, okay, because men, we're supposed to figure it out, pave our own way, you know, like we're supposed to build it with our
You
hands.
sound so
You
silly.
sound so silly.
You're not gonna make
You're
it,
not gonna
especially
make
on
it,
here, if you're
especially
not
on here
willing
if
to
you're
ask
not
for
willing
help.
to ask
Like
for
that's
help.
so
Well, I
silly.
mean,
That's
that's
so
what I
silly.
have
That's
a wife
of
for.
a man. That's of
You know
a
what I
man.
mean? That's why I'm not
No,
even
but that
worried
doesn't
about
make.
that.
But that doesn't make it. Like it's people who've already done it.
Now,
Just
I don't
ask the
mind
question. Just
networking.
ask the question.
Yeah, I don't mind networking. I don't mind going and collabing with another guy on a business thing. We have the same
Yeah, but
mindset.
why
Yeah, but
reinvent the
why
wheel? Like
reinvent
if
the
it's
wheel?
something
Like
you
if it's
need,
something you need,
this the thing. Don't be
this the thing. Don't be
prideful.
prideful.
You'd be surprised at
You'd
how
be
many
surprised at
people,
how
if
many people, if
you've
you
reached out and
you've
said, "Hey,
reached out and
brother, I
said,
need
"Hey,
help with
brother, I
this and
need
help
help
with
with
this,"
this
they
and
help
help
you.
with that. They help you. Yep, yep. And then I've taken that hand before, and then turned around and got slapped by it.
Okay, well then you
Okay,
shouldn't be
well
out
then you
here
shouldn't be out here.
because
No,
those
I'm
the
not
chances
talking
you're
about
gonna have to
here.
you're gonna have to
I gotta get it
like
out the mud. I gotta get it out the mud. You feel me?
you don't.
So
But
I just
but
teach
when you
myself, and
reach out,
now I
this is
have
the
a better
thing.
skill. This is the thing. You see how
When
I'm saying? So
it's
now I'm
every
working.
so you when
So
you
okay,
I'm
I'm
okay,
about to
okay,
become an
okay, okay,
electrician
okay.
in a minute. It's gonna be
All
awesome.
right, this is a
All
lot.
right, this is a lot.
I'm trying to say
I'm trying
something.
to say something.
Everybody is not your
Everybody
enemy.
is not your enemy.
So if you're gonna do
So if you're
something
gonna do something,
and
and
then you have to keep
you
your
have
eyes
to keep
open
your
for
eyes
the
open
people who
for
are
the
there for
people
you
who are
too,
there
that
for
you're
you
gonna
too,
need
that you're
along the
gonna
way,
need along the
or
way, or
that's gonna
that's gonna
you know carry you along the way. And
carry
I'm
you
not
along the
even
way.
just I don't care
I
about
don't care
this. I'm
about
not talking
this.
about
I'm
this.
not
I'm
talking about
saying
this. I'm saying
in life in
in
general.
life
Like
in general. Like
you have to
you
change
have to change
your perspective,
your
or that's all
perspective,
you're
or
gonna
that's all
attract
you're gonna
are the
attract
people who
are the
will just
people who
slap
will
you in
just
the face.
slap you in the face.
And if that's
And if
that's
if
the
that's the
expectation, or you
expectation,
already
or you
saying,
already
"Hey,
saying,
that's what I'm going
hey,
to
that's what I'm
receive,"
going to
then
receive,
don't even do
then
it.
don't even do it.
Because you should be
Because
saying,
you
"No, I'm
should
gonna
be saying, no,
receive
I'm gonna
blessings,
receive blessings,
abundance,
abundance,
support.
support.
Somebody somewhere go
Somebody
get my
somewhere go
message,
get my message,
whatever it is.
whatever it
You
is.
ain't got to do
You
nothing
ain't
to
got to
just
do
say,
nothing
"Hey,
to
I'm gonna
just
have
say, hey,
fun."
I'm
It's
gonna
just
have
something
fun.
I
It's
like
just
to
something
do.
I like to do.
Everything doesn't have to
Everything doesn't
have
have to have
it doesn't have to be
it
so
doesn't have to be so
complex.
complex.
It's like you
It's
just
like
do it,
you just do it.
and either it's gonna
And
work
either
out
it's
for
gonna
you or
work
it's
out
not.
for you or it's not. I feel that. And I can't really say you're wrong, because you are absolutely right. And I would say that that's the point I'm at when I say it's like I know what I need help with, because there are certain things I'm not going to be able to do ever. I'm okay with that. And that's when I'll ask for help, when I get to that point. See, but there's certain things I can learn that I can be proficient in, and I'll be able to teach my kids. And now they have a skill that when they go to school, now they're the best. See what I mean? It's very important that they have a good foundation. And if I'm at least
So where's the
so where's
video?
the video? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to bring back to life, because everything was shut down on me, brother. And I had to reset the internet and see what's happening. And then so it looks like it's up again, but we're gonna have to see. Something here. Now let's see. Share this. It should pop up. Hopefully it doesn't get out again. Hold it up. See that? See it?
Yeah, I can see.
Yep, I can see. All right, let's see.
George Washington's gavel used to be President Trump.
Mm-hmm. Big screen for everybody. USA, USA, USA. That's what I'm talking about. And they don't, and Trump don't got nobody's support. Get out of here with that.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's really an honor, Speaker Johnson, Vice President Vance, First Lady of the United States.
I'll be right back. I'm going to cut my phone off and cut it back on. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Is everything good?
Yep, I got to cut it off. I got to restart my phone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, yep, I got to restart my phone.
Second Lady of the United States.
Let's see.
Members of Congress and my fellow Americans, our nation is back, bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before.
Y'all catching that? Are y'all catching that? Because it's going to matter. Bigger, badder. Stronger than ever before. Listen to the president when he's speaking.
Less than 5 months from now, our country will celebrate an epic milestone in American history, the 250th anniversary of our glorious American independence. This July 4th, we will mark
our glorious American independence from kings and all this BS and all the old way of life. It's time to do it new. Let's go.
2.5 centuries of liberty and triumph, progress and freedom in the most incredible and exceptional nation ever to exist on the face of the earth. And you've seen nothing yet. We're going to do better and better and better. This is the golden age of America. When I last spoke in this chamber 12 months ago, I had just inherited a nation in crisis with a stagnant economy, inflation at record levels, a wide open border, horrendous recruitment for military and police, rampant crime at home, and wars and chaos all over the world. But tonight, after just 1 year, I can say with dignity and pride that we have achieved a transformation like no one has ever seen before, and a turnaround for the ages. It is indeed a turnaround for the ages.
A turnaround for the ages. Look at these guys walking out. Look at them. Look, what is that on his chin? What are those, haters? Why are they wearing black suits? This is something that I will see. Would nobody else see this right here? These guys right here in the middle. Would nobody else see that? What are they talking about? Why are they looking like that? What's that sign he got? He snatched the sign out of his hand. Like, get out of here with that. Look.
And we will never go back to
boom. Get his ass out of here.
Where we were just a very short time ago. We're not going back. Today our border is secure. Thank you. Today our border is secure. Our spirit is restored. Inflation is plummeting. Incomes are rising fast. The roaring
Incomes are rising fast. We'll have a conversation about that.
Economy is roaring like never before.
Is the economy roaring? Are you guys roaring like never before?
And our enemies are scared. Our military and police are stacked. And America is respected again, perhaps like never before.
Okay. We'll see.
After 4 years in which millions and millions of illegal aliens poured across our borders, totally unvetted and unchecked, we now have the strongest and most secure.
Unvetted and unchecked. Unvetted and unchecked. So this is the problem. We had a bunch of people come over here, and now we're undoing it, and it's a problem. It's wild.
Border in American history by far.
Most secure border.
In the past 9 months, 0 illegal aliens have been admitted to the United States.
Nobody coming in?
But we will always allow people to come in legally, people that will love our country and will work hard to maintain our country. The flow of deadly fentanyl across our border is down by a record 56% in 1 year. And last year, the murder rate saw its single largest decline in recorded history. This is the biggest decline, think of it, in recorded history, the lowest number in over 125 years. Year 1900. In fact,
interesting.
Substantially before my wonderful father, I had a wonderful father, Fred, before he was born, substantially before he was born. That's a long time ago. He wouldn't like me to say that, but that's a long time ago. The Biden administration and its allies in Congress gave us the worst inflation in the history of our country. But in 12 months, my administration has driven core inflation down to the lowest level in more than 5 years. And in the last 3 months of 2025, it was down to 1.7%. Gasoline, which reached a peak of over $6 a gallon in some states under my predecessor, it was quite honestly a disaster, is now below $2.30 a gallon in most states, and in some places, $1.99 a gallon. And when I visited the great state of Iowa just a few weeks ago, I even saw $1.85 a gallon for gasoline. Mortgage.
Look, what about food? What about food, though? This is my problem. See, we can have all the gas low, we can have all these things, but what about the food? The food is probably going to be the thing. And I'm not talking about GMO. I'm talking about natural food, the real food.
Rates are the lowest in 4 years and falling fast. And the annual cost of a typical new mortgage is down almost $5,000 just since I took office. 1 year. And low interest rates will solve the Biden-created housing problem well, at the same time protecting the values of those people who already own a house that really feel rich for the first time in their lives. We want to protect those values. We want to keep those values up. We're going to do both. And we are going to keep it that way. The stock market has set 53 all-time record highs since the election. Think of that. 1 year.
Okay, so what are we gonna do?
Boosting pensions, 401ks, and retirement accounts for the millions and millions of Americans. They're all gaining. Everybody's
Okay, so this is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
up, way up. In 4 long years, the last administration got less than $1 trillion in new investment in the United States. And when I say less, substantially less. In 12 months, I secured commitments for more than $18 trillion pouring in from all over the globe.
Okay. So we're getting money. That's good, right?
Think of it, much less than $1 trillion for 4 years versus much more than $18 trillion for 1 year. What a difference a president makes.
Okay, so he just got a $18 trillion and higher for 1 year. Okay. What are we doing with it?
A short time ago, we were a dead country. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world, the hottest.
Oh, we the hottest. We the hottest country in the whole wide world.
As thousands of new businesses are forming in factories, plants, and laboratories are being built, we have added.
Okay, now they're building plants and laboratories. Okay, fine. Let's see if we bring manufacturing back to America. Or are they just going to open up these labs so they can do more tests and modify more food?
70,000 new construction jobs in just a very short period of time. It's getting bigger and bigger and stronger. Nobody can believe what they're watching. American oil production is up by more than 600,000 barrels a day, and we just received from our new friend and partner, Venezuela, more than 80 million barrels of oil.
Oh, that's where we got all the
American
money
natural gas
from
production
the
is at an all-time
oil.
high because I kept my
Gotcha.
promise to drill, baby, drill.
Drill, baby, drill. So we got oil all of a sudden? And now we got $18 trillion all of a sudden? Oh, yeah.
More
Yeah.
Americans are
We'll
working
investigate
today
that.
than at any
We will investigate that, sir.
time in the history of our country. Think about that. Any time in the history.
I bet this is the biggest oil lick America ever hit. We hit Venezuela before anybody else could. That's crazy. That's crazy. Comical. It's comical. I promise. This right here, man, this is ridiculous.
History of our country, more working today, and 100% of all jobs created under my administration have been in the private sector.
The private sector, not the commercial sector where most people work, like commerce, right? Commercial, what do you see on TV? This kind of stuff. The private sector is more like SpaceX and things like that. You see how he just said private sector. See what I'm saying? So yeah, he probably made a lot of jobs in fields where nobody's working.
I'm telling you, this is where it gets evil. You guys have to watch. Not Trump. Trump is the spokesperson. Trump is the controversial mask that the government is wearing.
We ended DEI in America.
We ended DEI in America.
Did you catch that? Did you catch it? We ended DEI in America.
God. We cut a record number of job-killing regulations, and in 1 year, we have lifted 2.4 million Americans, a record, off of food stamps.
All right. We got all the people that wasn't supposed to be on food stamps off food stamps, hopefully. And yeah, it was probably a lot of people.
And for all of these reasons, I say tonight, members of Congress, the state of our union is strong.
All right, all right. The state of our union is strong. Remember that. The state of our union is strong. Crazy word.
Our country is winning again. In fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it. People are asking me, please, 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 Mr. President, we're winning too much. We can't take it anymore. We're not
Winning so much, they can't stand it. Wow. Okay, so this is like gloating to its extreme. But it's cool. I'm not mad at it. Go ahead, get it, G.
not used to winning in our country until you came along. We're just always losing, but now we're winning too much. And I say, no, no, no. You're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger.
Get him, Prez.
To prove that point, here with us tonight is a group of
You're
winners
gonna win
who
again.
displayed the
You're gonna win
entire
again.
nation proud. The men's gold medal Olympic hockey team. Come on in.
Hey. Go ahead. Presidential honoring. Look at that. The president is honoring them. Look at that. Olympic gold medalist hockey team. That means we are better than Canada at hockey. Do you understand that? You take that to all the Canadians and you tell them, United States is better at hockey than you. Ha. Ha. Now what? Canada always thinks they're better because they got Justin Bieber and Drake. And Keanu Reeves. That's a pretty good lineup, though. But we got the hockey team. Ooh. Ooh, USA. Hey. USA. Let's go. USA. USA. Let's go. Hey, my country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty.
That's the first time I've ever seen them get up. And actually, not all of them did get up.
Go
They
ahead.
beat a
Rose
fantastic
Press.
Canadian team in overtime, as everybody saw, as did the
Yeah,
American
beat
women
the
who will
Canadian
soon be
team. That's
coming to
right.
the White House.
Canadians invented hockey, eh?
They were in the Oval Office before. And I just want to say a second very big congratulations to Team USA. But I have to say that, and I told them this, and we took a vote of the team. I said, anybody votes no, I'm not doing it. So they stood there and they weren't about to say no, because I've never seen a goaltender play as well as goalie Connor.
Hey, go, go, go. Goal. Welcome in. Welcome to the show. Right now, we're just watching the presidential inauguration.
Think of it, 46 shots on goal. And I asked him, the one shot, the one where you put your stick in the back and it hit the neck of your stick and bounced off. Do you practice that, or was that a little lucky? He refused to answer that question. But I just want to tell you that the members of this great hockey squad will be very happy to hear, based on their vote
We
and my
beat
vote.
Canada in
And
hockey.
in this case, my vote was more important.
We beat Canada in
That
hockey.
I will soon be
Hey,
presenting
hey.
Connor with our highest civilian honor, which we will be given and which has been given to many athletes over the years. But when I say many, not too many, like 12, it's called the highest civilian honor in our country, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Oh, okay. Presidential Medal of Freedom.
as many Americans struggle to make ends meet. He'll also face off with the Supreme Court justices who struck down most of his global tariffs. With the Supreme Court justices who struck down most of his global tariffs. And a man without a plan. Affordable Care Act subsidies expiring earlier this year with no alternative. Skyrocketing premiums for millions of Americans. And on the brink of war with Iran, Trump
here's the other
touting
side.
America's
Let's see what
global
they talk about.
dominance.
American strength is back on the world stage.
The world is back to looking at America as the leader.
Launching strikes in Yemen, Nigeria, and Iran, taking out alleged drug trafficking vessels and capturing Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro. Now, as he claims victories abroad, President Trump facing trouble at home. Tonight's speech comes as most Americans disapprove of his performance in the Oval.
It's one of the most important speeches a U.S. president will give. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips. Tonight, the State of the Union. President Trump will address Congress and the American people, taking a victory lap and laying out his plan for the next 3 years. A live look now inside the U.S. Capitol. The president's theme tonight, America at 250, strong, prosperous, and respected. But as Americans struggle with affordability, he's also expected to announce new measures, including a program requiring technology energy companies to pay for increased electricity costs. Immigration will be top of mind for many Americans, especially communities like Minneapolis, where we witnessed deadly encounters with ICE. And what will that moment be like when Supreme Court justices come face to face with the president just days after they struck down most of his tariffs, a centerpiece of his economic plan? Our ABC News correspondents in the field and Republican and Democratic lawmakers all standing by. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott joins us now. Rachel, this is a pivotal moment for President Trump to sell his agenda to both Congress and the nation ahead of the November midterms. What's the strategy tonight?
Yeah, and well, Kira, even Republicans will acknowledge this really isn't the type of State of the Union address that maybe the president had envisioned, because this comes just off of the heels of that critical high stakes decision from the United States Supreme Court declaring most of the president's tariffs unconstitutional. And so you mentioned it there.
Oh,
I will
yeah.
be inside
They're
of the
rubbing
chamber
that
today,
in his
sitting up
face, huh?
in the gallery, and my
Wow.
eyes are going to be closely following which Supreme Court justices end up showing up tonight, what the interactions are between the president and the Supreme Court justices, especially those that he appointed and the justices that are conservative that ended up siding with the liberal justices in this case. We all remember that moment from last year where the president conveyed to the Chief Justice John Roberts, telling him thank you, shaking his hand. That was caught on a hot mic. What exactly happens tonight? That is going to be very interesting. And aside from that, you are right. The message here is going to be critical for Republicans heading into this critical midterm election year. I will tell you, up here on Capitol Hill, many Republicans want the president to continue that focus on the economy, on affordability. They believe that is going to be the winning message in November, and Democrats are trying to challenge that.
Not a bad plan.
All right. Well, from the message to the guests, walk us through the list for tonight's address. Who should we be watching out for?
Oh my goodness. And it's going to be, listen, a packed house. I will say this, Kira. One thing that we always keep our eye on, though, of course, is Democrats and Republicans coming together. Who's sitting along the aisle? Who's trying to shake the president's hand? Right now, our team has been keeping a very close tally. As of right now, there are more than 70 Democrats who are not going to be showing up for tonight's
70 Democrats
Some of them are going to be attending a counter-programming event over on the National Mall. Who will be there? We're expecting to see maybe some of the Supreme Court justices, obviously members of the president's cabinet as well. And then we go to the special guests. And so we know President Trump invited the men's hockey team to come here to the State of the Union address tonight. We are expecting some members of that team to show up. Democrats really trying to spotlight the victims of Jeffrey Epstein's abuse. We are told they will be there tonight as well. And the president has a few special guests that he plans to honor in his speech tonight as he speaks to the nation, Kira.
Okay, we'll be taking it all live, and you'll be with us for the whole entire journey. Rachel Scott, appreciate you so much. All right. Well, as President Trump makes his way to the House chamber for his 2026 State of the Union address, he will walk through some of the most historic, statue-filled and heavily secured spaces in the U.S. Capitol. Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy knows that route very well. He's walked it many times and now takes our Chief Washington correspondent, John Carl, on the same journey for a behind-the-scenes look ahead as the president gets ready to walk onto the floor lined with lawmakers, aides, and media who will line that route.
Okay, so we're with Kevin McCarthy here now. You were a leader here for a long time. Obviously, you were Speaker of the House, but when you were a member of the Republican leadership, you escorted presidents who go right here before the speech starts.
Yes, this is the ceremonial office for the Speaker. During the year, you'll meet foreign leaders and others, but what happens in the State of the Union, they nominate an escort committee. Those are Republicans and Democrats, House, Senate. You go in there and you greet the president. You take a quick picture. Then you come back into this hallway.
And you've done this with 3 presidents.
Oh yeah, this is kind of where the president will start. Everybody's laying before. They're nervous. You could tell when it's their first time or they're confident. You have these conversations with them before they go down. And the interesting part too is at inaugural, you kind of do something. So I was standing just like this before President Trump walking out to the inaugural. I was the last person standing there, right? And it's interesting with President Trump knowing he's done this before. Some of them walk with real confidence. Some of them are nervous. It's a very big speech, seeing where they're going to go. And all the members are kind of lining behind, but you could tell based upon party who wants to push up, who wants to push back.
And Trump has told me he thinks this is the most important speech, more than any other speech. He said, this is it.
This is okay. Once you turn here, it's like the show is going to begin. Because the next time you turn,
the House chamber's right over here.
we're just walking around the House chambers. Because when that next door's open is when America really watches it. So the Sergeant of Arms, Bill McFarland, he's going to go out there.
The famous words.
President of the United States. Everybody's going to rise up. And then you walk down there and people are just grabbing you. You want to shake your hands. And everybody's excited. It is the Super Bowl. It is the prom. It is important to every single member.
What's Trump?
He said this is like the government Super Bowl.
You know,
the government prom. That's crazy.
So what's he like?
You know, it's funny.
To walk in?
That's
the first time
crazy.
he's coming down here, I thought he'd be nervous. I'm trying to, he'll still talk to you about things, but I didn't really want to get in his head about something else.
Right.
He turned the corner right here the first time and somebody walks up and has a Diet Coke. He takes a swig, washes his hands,
Hit a
and
Diet
go.
Coke
Let's
before
go.
it goes in. Yeah. Wow. Now this is going to be a little different because you have like a lot of Democrats are going to be boycotting the speech.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because what you really want, look, I've been there. I had, as Speaker, I'm sitting as a Republican and I've got a Democrat vice president and a Democrat president, and everybody's looking at you. And the difference part, when you're sitting up there as Speaker, you can hear what everybody says, even though the television doesn't
people
pick
don't
up.
realize. I've been in the
you hear, you hear their comments, But this is the moment when they get about right here. These doors will open, and then those doors right there, they'll keep them closed just like that. The president will be standing there. The rest of the escort committee will be down the stairs, and they open that up. If you look directly from that door all the way across, the other door you'll see is the door to the Senate. And what's different is this is the House, but the Senate gets treated special. The Senate gets the first 3 rows. The House members have to sit back. Members will go in there as soon as they can to reserve the seats and sit there just so they could be on television, which to me, I think
what we heard from the speaker is that those empty seats of people that aren't going to go this year, they can't be filled by staff, he said.
Well, what happens is,
so are we going to see empty seats? I mean, actual
I don't believe so, because normally what would happen when I was Speaker and others, like when we would have dignitaries come speak, we also bring in
but that's not State of the Union.
But ambassadors still come to State of the Union. Like if you look over to the side, a lot of ambassadors are there, and they come fill in. I still think when you're thinking you got all the House and all the Senate, if there's 20-some boycott, you'll never even know. They'll be missing out
because it's such a packed chamber anyway.
And what's happening right now in the chamber, they're cooling it down. They're putting these lights up because it gets warmer. They're making sure.
Does it get hot in there after? I mean, he might go 2 hours tonight.
Oh, he's going to set a record.
It was an hour and 40 minutes last time around. Now you're hearing Kevin McCarthy saying he's going to set a record. That means more than an hour and 40 minutes tonight. Joining us now, Chair of the House Democratic Caucus, California Congressman Pete Aguilar. That's a lot of time to hopefully hear what you want to hear, Congressman. You know, the president is coming in to this night with really low approval, but your party isn't doing much better. When asked who they trust to handle America's biggest problems, 33% of Americans say President Trump, only 31%.
I'm not trying to sit here and get all messed up with it, but we'll educate. We'll see what's going on. We're going to times
Say Democrat. So how does your party plan to show voters why they should trust you more than Trump?
Well, I think this is clearly about a contrast right now.
So why should we trust Democrats more than Trump? This is his excuse.
Donald Trump does not have the support of the American people because
Trump doesn't have the support of the American people. Remember that.
Everything he is doing in policy is making life difficult and making life more unaffordable. So Democrats.
Everything he's doing is making life difficult and less affordable.
We'll offer a response, and our response this evening will be done by Governor Abigail Spanberger, and she's going to do an amazing job. But we're going to continue to talk about the affordability message, where the president has nothing to run on because for the last year, all he's done is wreak havoc and to raise people's costs on health care.
Okay, so all he's done is wreak havoc. He hasn't done anything. That's what they're saying.
On groceries and on so many essential goods, from school supplies to holiday shopping, Americans have seen their prices skyrocket.
The holiday shopping. We're seeing prices skyrocket, but it's Trump's fault, really? I think it's more the corporation's fault because they could lower the prices anytime they want to. And then the stores be raising prices just to make another buck.
And each American, it's about $1,700 more you're paying this year under Donald Trump's presidency. That's what this is about. That's what those approval ratings are about, and that's what the November elections will be about.
You're mentioning a lot of reasons why folks shouldn't vote for Trump. Why should they vote for you?
Because we will prioritize an affordability agenda. Because we have time and time.
So you're going to prioritize the affordability agenda. But if you're going to prioritize affordability, show us how Mamdani or whatever his name is, show us how he is making New York better as your Democrat. He's going off of you guys. You guys rely on him to do this. Governor, right? The Senate, right? So why should we trust you?
I'm again proven that we are the party of healthcare. Republicans are the party of kicking people off of healthcare coverage.
Okay, so you guys are the party of healthcare for everybody, including people that are not citizens. I see you're trying to dress this up.
What they did was eliminate healthcare coverage for 13 million people to provide tax cuts to their billionaire friends. We won't.
What they did is they eliminated healthcare for a bunch of people that probably weren't supposed to be here and were probably on it and didn't need it.
Do that. We don't stand for the billionaire class. We stand for healthcare and the people. But we also know that's not enough. We need.
I don't think it was the billionaire class that's on Medicaid. Just putting that out there.
Have policies and strategies to ensure that more people have access to housing, more people have access to the American dream.
Okay, more people have access to housing and the American dream, but which people? He's not saying American citizens. You see how he's saying more people, more people, more people, more people? So who are these people? It's not the American citizens. He's not saying we're trying to make sure more American citizens have any of this. He's not saying that. He's saying more people. So stop being fooled by this rhetoric.
More people have access to lower utility costs. We want to make life better for every.
More people.
The Americans and their kids, and we want to ensure that their kids.
For the Americans and their kids. What about the American citizens?
Have a greater opportunity to succeed in this economy and in this world than they do. And right now, for so many families, that's not the case. And Democrats will prioritize that.
Let me ask you, a lot of your House Democratic colleagues are skipping the speech tonight, possibly 50 to 100. Why aren't you?
I thought it was important. I want to be here. I want to be here and listen to the president. I want to hear and call him out when he lies. I want to hear and understand if he offers an actual vision for this country, or if it's just going to be him, talking platitudes and talking about a bunch of things and taking credit.
You want to call him out when he lies?
Making things up on the fly. This is a guy who called the affordability agenda a hoax, a Democratic hoax.
Wow, isn't it though? How are you guys making things more affordable for New York? That was supposed to be your testing and battleground. Minnesota is one of your battlegrounds too. You guys are losing on all fronts. Democrats don't have anything to show. So we need to start actually turning things around for y'all.
And now he's going to come into this chamber and he's going to try to take credit for lowering the costs that people have. I mean, that's ridiculous.
And you're trying to give him the same credit for the hikes that have been up for all these years. He wasn't in office as well, so stop it.
But that is exactly what he's going to do. Look, I thought it's important to be here. Leader Jeffries has said, when a bully comes in your neighborhood, you don't leave your block, right? We're not going to get knocked off.
When a bully comes in your neighborhood, you don't leave your block. You see how this guy is trying to twist it?
Off our block by Donald Trump. Well, we're going to be here. We're going to be present. We're going to hear him out, and we're going to be respectful. And for those members who feel that they needed to go and not be in this chamber, we respect that decision as well.
Yeah, the people walking out, oh yeah, sure. We're going to respect that.
You mentioned healthcare. Your guest tonight is a doctor from your district who says her premiums and those of her patients have skyrocketed. What are you hoping to hear from the president tonight, Congressman, on making the cost of healthcare more affordable for people like Dr. Carter and those she cares for?
Yeah, Dr. Carter is an amazing pediatrician from my community, and what I hope the president talks for is the Affordable Care Act tax credits. This is something he could have led on, and the president let it expire. The House of Representatives pushed back against the president. We put a plan forward, 3-year plan for the Affordable Care Act tax credits. It's just sitting there in the Senate. John Thune hasn't brought it up. Democrats and Republicans support it. 17 Republicans alone on the House side supported this bill to send it over. We hope he talks about that. We hope he talks about bringing these back and making.
See, he's starting the word salad.
Healthcare more affordable for the American people. This isn't about blaming Democrats, which I'm sure he will do. This is about how we make healthcare more affordable. That's what Dr. Carter wants to hear. That's what millions of Americans want to hear.
Congressman Pete Aguilar from California. Thanks.
Okay, so we only want to hear about healthcare affordability. He mentioned something else, but it wasn't exactly what they were trying to focus on. It was a very vague statement.
For your time, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Straight ahead, will Trump's speech help Republicans avoid a midterm blowout? Florida Republican Congressman Byron Donalds joins me to give us his pitch. Plus, the Democrats that are ditching the speech will show you how they're marking Trump's first year on the National Mall.
Okay, so there were 70 that weren't supposed to show up. They were talking about that, but I'm looking at this like, if you're not gonna go hear the man out, why even bother having the job?
This is what you need to know.
I will take you.
Hey guys, I got AAA.
When you're a AAA member, you're covered in it. At Grand Canyon University, we're redefining what higher education looks like.
You want opportunity. You want purpose.
This is purpose-driven education. Take action. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit tcu.edu. Make a move. I dare you. With Ring, you can protect your home from anywhere. Anyone call? We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44. This is the first look at the current industry-leading AI app builder, and you wouldn't believe it.
Got hit with those hard. got hit with those hard. But anyways, that State of the Union address was supposed to be.
The highly respected General James Stewart to present Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf and the great family of Sarah. So last year, Charlie was violently murdered by an assassin and martyred, really martyred for his beliefs. His wonderful wife, Erica, is with us tonight. Erica.
I don't think that was. Damn. It keeps messing up. It slid off. We were watching this one.
James Stewart to present Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. And let's also ensure that with no tax on tip.
All right, here we go. This is the actual speech. It was being difficult, but we found it. It was difficult, but we found it. All right, let's go. Let's go.
Members of Congress, I have the high privilege and distinct honor of presenting to you the President of the United States.
Oh, hey.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's really an honor. Speaker Johnson, Vice President Vance, First Lady of the United States. Second Lady of the United States. Members of Congress and my fellow Americans. Our nation is back, bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before. Less than 5 months from now, our country will celebrate an epic milestone in American history, the 250th anniversary of our glorious American independence. This July 4th, we will mark 2.5 centuries of liberty and triumph, progress and freedom in the most incredible and exceptional nation ever to exist on the face of the earth, and we've seen nothing yet. We're going to do better and better and better. This is the golden age of America. When I last spoke to this I had just inherited a nation in crisis with a stagnant economy, inflation at record levels, a wide open border, horrendous recruitment for military and police, rampant crime at home, and wars and chaos all over the world. But tonight, after just 1 year, I can say with dignity and pride that we have achieved a transformation like no one has ever seen before, and a turnaround for the ages. It is indeed a turnaround for the ages.
Turn around for the ages. turn around.
And we
for
will
the
never go
nation.
back to where we were just a very short time ago. We're not going back.
We're not
Today our
going
border
back.
is secure. Thank you. Today our border is secure. Our spirit is restored. Inflation is plummeting. Incomes are rising fast. The roaring economy is roaring like never before. And our enemies are scared. Our military and police are stacked. And America is respected again, perhaps like never before.
Like never before.
After 4 years in which millions and millions of illegal aliens poured across our borders, totally unvetted and unchecked, we now have the strongest and most secure border in American history by far. In the past 9 months, 0 illegal aliens have been admitted to the United States.
0.
But we will always allow people to come in legally, people that will love our country and will work hard to maintain our country.
Yes. Yes. Let's do it.
The flow of deadly fentanyl across our border is down by a record 56% in 1 year.
Yes. We got half of it.
And last year, the murder rate saw its single largest decline in recorded history. This is the biggest decline, think of it, in recorded history, the lowest number in over 125 years, year 1900. In fact, substantially before my wonderful father, I had a wonderful father, Fred, before he was born, substantially before he was born. That's a long time ago. He wouldn't like me to say that, but that's a long time ago. The Biden administration and its allies in Congress gave us the worst inflation in the history of our country. But in 12 months, my administration has driven core inflation down to the lowest level in more than 5 years. And in the last 3 months of 2025,
Good job.
it was down to 1.7%.
What else you do?
Gasoline, which reached a peak of over $6 a gallon in some states under my predecessor, it was quite honestly a disaster, is now below $2.30 a gallon in most states, and in some places, $1.99 a gallon. And when I visited the great state of Iowa just a few weeks ago, I even saw $1.85 a gallon for gasoline.
Pretty critical.
Mortgage rates are the lowest in 4 years and falling fast, and the annual cost of a typical new mortgage is down almost $5,000 just since I took office. 1 year.
Oh, they're not
Low
happy about
interest rates
that.
will solve the Biden-created housing problem well, at the same time protecting the values of those people who already own a house that really feel rich for the first time in their lives. We want to protect those values. We want to keep those values up. We're going to do both. And we are going to keep it that way. The stock market has set 53 all-time record highs since the election. Think of that. 1 year. Boosting pensions, 401ks, and retirement accounts for the millions and millions of Americans. They're all gaining. Everybody's up, way up. In 4 long years, the last administration got less than $1 trillion in new investment in the United States. And when I say less, substantially less. In 12 months, I secured commitments for more than $18 trillion pouring in from all over the globe. Think of it, much less than $1 trillion for 4 years versus much more than $18 trillion for 1 year. What a difference a president makes. A short time ago, we were a dead country. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world.
Hottest country. Remember that.
As thousands of new businesses are forming in factories, plants, and laboratories are being built, we have added 70,000 new construction jobs in just a very short period of time. It's getting bigger and bigger and stronger. Nobody can believe what they're watching. American oil production is up by more than 600,000 barrels a day, and we just received from our new friend and partner, Venezuela, more than 80 million barrels of oil. American natural gas production is at an all-time high because I kept my promise to drill, baby, drill. More Americans are working today than at any time in the history of our country. Think about that. Any time in the history of our country, more working today. And 100% of all jobs created under my administration have been in the private sector. We ended DEI in America. We cut a record number of job-killing regulations, and in 1 year, we have lifted 2.4 million Americans, a record, off of food stamps. And for all of these reasons, I say tonight, members of Congress, the state of our union is strong. Our country is winning again. In fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it. People are asking me, please, 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 Mr. President, we're winning too much. We can't take it anymore. We're not used to winning in our country. Until you came along, we're just always losing, but now we're winning too much. And I say, no, 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 you're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger than ever. And to prove that point, here with us tonight is a group of winners who just made the entire nation proud. The men's gold medal Olympic hockey team. Come on in. Go ahead. That's the first time I've ever seen them get up. And actually, not all of them did get up. But they beat a fantastic Canadian team in overtime, as everybody saw, as did the American women, who will soon be coming to the White House.
We whooping. We whooping.
They were in the Oval Office before, and I just want to say a second very big congratulations to Team USA. I have to say that, and I told them this, and we took a vote of the team. I said, anybody votes no, I'm not doing it. So they stood there, and they weren't about to say no, because I'd never seen a goaltender play as well as goalie Connor Hellebuck.
Hey, USA. We beat Canada in hockey, baby. Let's go.
Think of it, 46 shots on goal, and I asked him, the one shot, the one where you put your stick in the back and it hit the neck of your stick and bounced off, you practiced that, or was that a little lucky? He refused to answer that question. But I just want to tell you that the members of this great hockey squad will be very happy to hear, based on their vote and my vote, and in this case my vote was more important, that I will soon be presenting Connor with our highest civilian honor, which we will be given, and which has been given to many athletes over the years. But when I say many, not too many, like 12. It's called the highest civilian honor in our country, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Medal of Freedom. Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Great athletes have gotten that, very great, the best, and I thought he deserved it. And I did take a vote, every single one of them. I said, I'm not giving it if anybody goes no, and every single one of them rapidly put up their hand. So I want to thank you all. What a special job you did. What special champions you are. Thank you very much. I'm also pleased to say that the next time the Olympic torch is lit, it will be here in America for the 2028 Olympics, and it's the summer version right in Los Angeles. We're going to do a good job in Los Angeles. And Los Angeles is going to be safe, just like Washington, D.C. is now one of the safest cities in the country. And this year, and I must say I got them both. I got them in the first term. I was disappointed because I didn't think I'd be the president when this happened. But strange things took place. And now I've got them because I got the Olympics, I got the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and I wanted to claim the 250th, but I didn't get away with that one. I couldn't claim that one for myself. But we're getting the World Cup, so we have the World Cup and the Olympics coming, and that is exciting news.
Yes. That's nice.
So this will be a year to celebrate our country and the heroes who have kept it free. Men like Buddy Taggart. At age 17, Buddy volunteered to defend America in World War II, serving in the Pacific under the great General Douglas MacArthur. He fought bravely in the famous Battle of Manila, worked so hard. He was badly wounded and almost killed by enemy machine guns in Luzon. And 81 years ago this month, he liberated the largest internment camp in the Philippines, one of the largest anywhere in the world.
Yes.
But he earned
Good
many
job.
honors, including a Purple Heart and a
Salute,
Bronze Star,
sir.
came home, started a family, and tonight he is in the gallery looking forward to July 4th, 2026, his 100th birthday.
Man, right there. Salute.
So, buddy, you're a brave man, and we salute you. Even in times of challenge, setback, and immense heartache, the spirit of 1776 has always shone through very brightly. It was July 4th of last year when floodwaters tore through a girls' summer camp in Central Texas. One of the worst things I've ever seen. I was there, rising 26 feet in the matter of minutes, tragically claiming many, many lives. You all remember that one. As the waters threatened to sweep her away, 11-year-old Millie Kate McClament closed her eyes and prayed to God. She thought she was going to die. Those prayers were answered when Coast Guard rescue swimmer Scott Ruskin descended from a helicopter above. Nobody knew where he came from. It was Scott's first ever rescue mission. Young guy, very brave, very, very top, always top in his class. And he lifted not just Millie Kate, but 164 others to safety. People watched Scott from a distance, and they couldn't believe what they were seeing. The winds were blowing, the rain was pouring, everything was going, and that rapid water, nobody's ever seen anything like it. They said, wow, that's something. Tonight, Scott and Millie Kate are here together, reunited for the very first time. Thank you, Scott, Millie Kate. And Petty Officer Ruskin, I'm pleased to inform you that I am now awarding you the Legion of Merit for extraordinary heroism, which is what it was, extraordinary heroism. Thank you. And I'd like to have the military aide to please come down and take care of the service. Military aide, thank you very much. Take care of that very important service. Thank you very much. From 1776 to today, every generation of Americans has stepped forward to defend life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And they're really doing it for the next generation. But now it's our turn. Together, we're building a nation where every child has the chance to reach higher and go further, where government answers to the people, not the powerful, and where the interests of hardworking American citizens are always our first and ultimate concern. That is the debt we owe to the heroes who came before us, and that is the promise we must keep to America for our 250th year. Last year, I urged this Congress to begin the mission by passing the largest tax cuts in American history, and our Republican majorities delivered so beautifully. Thank you, Republicans. All Democrats, every single one of them, voted against these really important and very necessary massive tax cuts. They wanted large-scale tax increases to hurt the people instead. But we held strong, and with the great, big, beautiful bill, we gave you no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors.
That was a good one right there.
And we also made interest on auto loans tax deductible the first time, but only if the car is made in America.
Chevy. Ford.
Recently in Pennsylvania, I met Megan Hemhauser, a devoted mom who's homeschools her children, beautiful, 2 children, during the day while waiting tables at night as her husband works overtime operating very heavy equipment. Megan is here this evening and she's happy to tell you that she is so much richer because with no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and her expanded child tax credit done again by Republicans, Megan and her husband will take home more than $5,000 extra just for the year, cutting her tax bill in more than half.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Megan, please stand up. We're fighting for you, Megan. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Megan. We're fighting for you, Megan. Under our bill, parents like Megan can also activate their children's brand new Trump accounts. And I didn't name it. I did not name that.
Trump accounts.
Nobody believes me, but I did not name it. It was named by a very tall man sitting right there in the third row. Tax-free investment accounts for every American child. This is something that's so special and has taken off and gone through the roof. Millions will be pre-funded courtesy of the U.S. Treasury and private individuals like Michael and Susan Dell, who have donated $6.25 billion to fund the Trump accounts for 25 million American children. They're great people. You know, I asked Michael, how do you make all that money? He said, well, I just sat in my dorm in school and I made computers and I'd sell them to people. And I just kept selling and selling and selling. And pretty amazing story. That's called the American dream. He sold a lot of computers, a lot of those laptops. So I congratulate him on that. But I really thank him and Susan, as well as others like Brad Gerstner, a very tremendous guy. He was behind it right from the beginning. Brad Gerstner. Thank you, Brad. So with modest additional contributions, these young people's accounts could grow to over $100,000 or more by the time they turn 18. Think of it. How much money is that for somebody that started with nothing? Over $100,000, could be much more than that. To make this investment in our children's future, go to TrumpAccounts.gov. TrumpAccounts.gov. And a lot of people are doing it. They're setting every record in the book. It's popular. They knew what it was going to take. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of the people that got it started. Now it's just taken off. One of the primary reasons for our country's stunning economic turnaround, the biggest in history, where the Dow Jones broke 50,000 4 years ahead of schedule, and the S&P hit 7,000, where it wasn't supposed to do it for many years, were tariffs. I used these tariffs, took in hundreds of billions of dollars to make great deals for our country, both economically and on a national security basis. Everything was working well. Countries that were ripping us off for decades are now paying us hundreds of billions of dollars. They were ripping us so badly, you all know that. Everybody knows it. Even the Democrats know it. They just don't want to say it. And yet these countries are now happy, and so are we. We made deals. The deals are all done, and they're happy. Not making money like they used to, but we're making a lot of money. There was no inflation, tremendous growth. And the big story was how Donald Trump called the economy correctly, and 22 Nobel Prize winners in economics didn't. They got it totally wrong. They got it really wrong. And then just 4 days ago, an unfortunate ruling from the United States Supreme Court. It just came down. It came down. Very unfortunate ruling. But the good news is that almost all countries and corporations want to keep the deal that they already made, right, Scott? Knowing that the legal power that I, as president, have to make a new deal could be far worse for them, and therefore they will continue to work along the same successful path that we had negotiated before the Supreme Court's unfortunate involvement. So despite the disappointing ruling, these powerful countries saving, it's saving our country, the kind of money we're taking in, peace protecting. Many of the wars I settled was because of the threat of tariffs. I wouldn't have been able to settle them without. Will remain in place under fully approved and tested alternative legal statutes. And they have been tested for a long time. They're a little more complex, but they're actually probably better, leading to a solution that will be even stronger than before. Congressional action will not be necessary. It's already time tested and approved. And as time goes by, I believe the tariffs paid for by foreign countries will, like in the past, substantially replace the modern day system of income tax, taking a great financial burden off the people that I love. Moving forward, factories, jobs, investment, and trillions of dollars will continue pouring into the United States of America because we finally have a president who puts America first. Put America first.
America first. We got to.
For decades before I came along, he had the exact opposite. from trade to healthcare, from energy to immigration. Everything was stolen and rigged in order to drain the wealth out of the productive, hardworking people who make our country great, who make our country run. Under Biden and his corrupt partners in Congress and beyond, it reached a breaking point with the Green New Scam, open borders for everyone. They poured in by the millions and millions from prisons, from mental institutions. They were murderers, 11,888 murders. They came into our country. You allowed that to happen. And record-setting inflation that cost the typical family $34,000 in just a speck of time. Now the same people in this chamber who voted for those disasters suddenly use the word affordability, a word. They just used it. Somebody gave it to them, knowing full well that they caused and created the increased prices that all of our citizens had to endure. You caused that problem. You caused that problem. They knew their statements were a lie. They knew it. They knew their statements were a dirty, rotten lie. Their policies created the high prices. Our policies are rapidly ending them. We are doing really well. Those prices are plummeting downward. The price of eggs is down 60%, Madam Secretary, thank you. The cost of chicken, butter, fruit, hotels, automobiles, rent is lower today than when I took office by a lot. And even beef, which was very high, is starting to come down significantly. Just hold on a little while, we're getting it down. And soon you will see numbers that few people would think were possible to achieve just a short time ago. Nobody can believe when they see the kind of numbers, and especially energy, when they see energy going down to numbers like that, they cannot believe it. It's like another big tax cut. I'm also confronting one of the biggest ripoffs of our times, the crushing cost of healthcare caused by you. Since the passage of the Unaffordable Care Act, sometimes referred to as Obamacare, big insurance companies have gotten rich, meant for the insurance companies, not for the people. With our government giving them hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars a year as their stock prices soared 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, and even 1,700%. Go. Like nothing else. That's why I introduced the great healthcare plan. I want to stop all payments to big insurance companies and instead give that money directly to the people so they can buy their own healthcare, which will be better healthcare at a much lower cost.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll see how it works.
In addition, my plan requires maximum price transparency. That's a big deal. Sounds so simple, so big. And I did that in my first term, and the Democrats immediately terminated it with full knowledge that they were doing a very bad thing for the people. Of course, we're going to go way up, and that's what happened. And now I'm bringing them way down on healthcare and everything else. I'm also ending the wildly inflated cost of prescription drugs like has never happened before. Other presidents tried to do it, but they never could. They tried. Most didn't try, actually. But they tried. They said they tried. They couldn't do it. They didn't even come close. They were all talk and no action. But I got it done. Under my just enacted most favored nation agreements, Americans who have for decades paid by far the highest prices of any nation anywhere in the world for prescription drugs will now pay the lowest price anywhere in the world for drugs. Anywhere. The lowest price.
Nice. We'll see how that works.
So in my
we'll see how that
first
works
year,
out.
second term, should be my third term, but strange things happen. I took prescription drugs, a very big part of healthcare, from the highest price in the entire world to the lowest. That's a big achievement. The result is price differences of 300, 400, 500, 600% and more, all available right now at a new website called TrumpRx.gov. And I didn't name that one either, by the way. And here tonight is the very first customer ever to get that big discount, and it is big. Catherine Rayner. For 5 years, she and her husband have struggled with infertility, and they turned to IVF. One drug has been costing Catherine $4,000 to purchase. But a few weeks ago, she logged onto the Trump RX website and got that same drug that cost $4,000, got it for under $500, a reduction of much more, actually, than $3,500. Catherine, we are all praying for you, and you're going to be a great mom. So now I'm calling on Congress to codify my most favored nation program into law. Now, the one thing, I'm not sure it matters because it's going to be very hard for somebody that comes along after me to say, let's raise drug prices by 700 or 800%. But John and Mike, if you don't mind, codify it anyway. They may do it. Codify it anyway. Thank you. Many Americans are also concerned that energy demand from AI data centers could unfairly drive up their electric utility bills. Tonight, I'm pleased to announce that I have negotiated the new Ratepayer Protection Pledge. You know what that is? We're telling the major tech companies that they have the obligation to provide for their own power needs. They can build their own power plants as part of their factory so that no one's prices will go up. And in many cases, prices of electricity will go down for the community and very substantially down. This is a unique strategy never used in this country before. We have an old grid. It could never handle the kind of numbers, the amount of electricity that's needed. So I'm telling them they can build their own plant. They're going to produce their own electricity. It will ensure the company's ability to get electricity while at the same time lowering prices of electricity for you and could be very substantial for all of you cities and towns. You're going to see some good things happen over the next number of years. Another pillar of the American dream that has been under attack is home ownership. With us tonight is Rachel Wiggins, a mom of two from Houston. She placed bids on 20 homes and lost all of those bids to gigantic investment firms that bypassed inspection, paid all cash, and turned those houses into rentals, stealing away her American dream. She was devastated. Stories like this are why last month I signed executive order to ban large Wall Street investment firms from buying up in the thousands single-family homes. And now I'm asking Congress to make that ban permanent because homes for people, really, that's what we want. We want homes for people, not for corporations. Corporations are doing just fine. Racel, thank you very much. Good luck with your home. You'll get one soon. We're also working to make it easier for Americans to save for retirement. And under this administration, we will always protect Social Security and Medicare. They are not protecting it for our seniors. We will always protect Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. Since I took office, the typical 401k balance is up by at least $30,000. That's a lot of money. We have millions and millions of people, because the stock market has done so well, setting all those records, your 401ks are way up. Yet half of all of working Americans still do not have access to a retirement plan with matching contributions from an employer. To remedy this gross disparity, I'm announcing that next year my administration will give these often forgotten American workers, great people, the people that built our country, access to the same type of retirement plan offered to every federal worker. We will match your contribution with up to $1,000 each year. As we ensure that all Americans can profit from a rising stock market, let's also ensure that members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider information. They stood up for that. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Did Nancy Pelosi stand up if she was here? Doubt it. Pass the Stop Insider Trading Act without delay. I wasn't sure if anybody even on this side was going to applaud to that. I was very impressed. Thank you. I'm very impressed. But when it comes to the corruption that is plundering, it's plundering America. There's been no more stunning example than Minnesota. The members of the Somali community have pillaged an estimated $19 billion from the American taxpayer. Oh, we have all the information. And in actuality, the number is much higher than that. And California, Massachusetts, Maine, and many other states are even worse. This is the kind of corruption that shreds the fabric of a nation, and we are working on it like you wouldn't believe. So tonight, although it started 4 months ago, I am officially announcing the war on fraud to be led by our great Vice President, J.D. Vance.
The war on fraud. Okay, let's go, JD.
He'll get it done. Find enough of that fraud. We will actually have a balanced budget overnight. It'll go very quickly. That's the kind of money you're talking about. We'll balance our budget. The Somali pirates who ransacked Minnesota remind us that there are large parts of the world and lawlessness are the norm, not the exception. Importing these cultures through unrestricted immigration and open borders brings those problems right here to the USA. And it is the American people who pay the price in higher medical bills, car insurance rates, rent, taxes, and perhaps most importantly, crime. We will take care of this problem. We're going to take care of this problem. We are not playing games. Delilah. Delilah Colton was only 5 years old in June 2024 when a 18-wheel tractor trailer plowed into her stopped car traveling at 60 miles an hour or more. The driver was an illegal alien let in by Joe Biden and given a commercial driver's license by open borders politicians in California. Doctors said Delilah would never be able to walk or talk, have a good life. She wouldn't even be able to eat again. But against all odds, she is now in the first grade learning to walk And she's here this evening with her dad, Marcus, a fantastic man. Delilah, please, you are a great inspiration. Please stand up. Thank you, Delilah. Many, if not most, illegal aliens do not speak English and cannot read even the most basic road signs as to direction, speed, danger, or location. That's why tonight I'm calling on Congress to pass what we will call the Delilah Law, barring any state from granting commercial driver's licenses to illegal aliens. And yesterday, as you probably saw at the White House, I hosted a ceremony with Americans who lost their treasured loved ones to the scourge of illegal immigration. People came into our country, how we allowed this to happen with our open borders. These are the angel moms and families that for decades our government betrayed and our media totally ignored. It was terrible. Hard to believe, actually. In 2023, a 16-year-old high school cheerleader named Elizabeth Medina was supposed to perform in her town's Christmas parade, but she never arrived. Her mother, Jacqueline, went home to look for her, and she found her lying dead in a bathtub, bleeding profusely after being stabbed 25 times. Elizabeth's killer was a previously arrested illegal alien who had broken in and brutally extinguished the brightest light in her family's life, violently and viciously. Her heartbroken mother is in the gallery to remind everyone in this chamber exactly why we are deporting illegal alien criminals to our country at record numbers, and we're getting them the hell out of here fast. We don't want them. Thank you very much, Jacqueline. Thank you. We can never forget that many in this room not only allowed the border invasion to happen before I got involved, but indeed they would do it all over again if they ever had the chance. If they ever got elected, they would open up those borders to some of the worst criminals anywhere in the world. The only thing standing between Americans and a wide open border right now is President Donald J. Trump and our great Republican patriots in Congress. Thank you. Thank you. As we speak, Democrats in this chamber have cut off all funding for the Department of Homeland Security. It's all cut off. All cut off. They have instituted another Democrat shutdown, the first one costing us 2 points on GDP. 2 points we lost on GDP, which probably made them quite happy, actually. Now they have closed the agency responsible for protecting Americans from terrorists and murderers. Tonight I'm demanding the full and immediate restoration of all funding for the border security, Homeland Security of the United States, and also for helping people clean up their snow. We have no money because of the Democrats, and it would be nice. I'd love to give you a hand at cleaning it up, but you give no money. Nobody's getting paid. It's a shame. So you have to think about it. We have, in case you didn't know, a pretty large snowstorm out there. One of the great things about the State of the Union is how it gives Americans a chance to see clearly what their representatives really believe. So tonight, I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
Wow. There's a lot of people not standing up. They're not standing up. Nobody else, none of them on the left are standing up. Look, hold on. Hold on. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this? Do y'all see how divided the room is? Do y'all see the division? Look at the division of our country. Everybody over there on the left side, the Democrats, are all sitting down when the president asks, is the duty of our government to the American citizens first and not the illegal immigrants, illegal aliens? And he said, stand up if you agree with this statement. Look at it. They're all sitting down, except a few in the back. A few in the back. By this little bar. Hide. That's wild. That's crazy. There's only one lady over there. 2, 3. No, she's not even over there. One guy clapping on the left side. 2, 1.
Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself. And perhaps most importantly, I'm asking you to approve the Save America Act. Stop illegal aliens and others who are unpermitted persons from voting in our sacred American elections. The cheating is rampant in our elections. It's rampant. It's very simple. All voters must show voter ID. All voters must show proof of citizenship in order to vote.
Voter ID, let's go. Citizenship in order to vote,
And
let's
no
go.
more crooked mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. None. And this should be an easy one. And by the way, it's polling at 89%, including Democrats. 89%. And even the new communist mayor of New York City, I think he's a nice guy, actually. Speak to him a lot. Bad policy, but nice guy. Just said they want people to shovel snow. They got hit hard. Wants them to shovel snow, but if you apply for that job, you need to show 2 original forms of ID and a social security card. Yet they don't want identification for the greatest privilege of them all, voting in America. No, it's no good. No good. Both Republicans and Democrats overwhelmingly agree on the policy that we just enunciated. And Congress should unite and enact this common sense, country-saving legislation right now, and it should be before anything else happens. The reason they don't want to do it, why would anybody not want voter ID? One reason, because they want to cheat. There's only one reason. They make up all excuses. They say it's racist. They come up with things. You almost say, what imagination they have. They want to cheat. They have cheated. And their policy is so bad that the only way they can get elected is to cheat. And we're going to stop it. We have to stop it, John. And here is one more opportunity to show common sense in government. In the gallery tonight are Sage Blair and her mother, Michelle. In 2021, Sage was 14 when school officials in Virginia sought to socially transition her to a new gender, treating her as a boy and hiding it from her parents. Hard to believe, isn't it? Before long, a confused Sage ran away from home after she was found in a horrific situation in Maryland. A left-wing judge refused to return Sage to her parents because they did not immediately state that their daughter was their son. Sage was thrown into an all-boys state home and suffered terribly for a long time. But today, all of that is behind them because Sage is a proud and wonderful young woman with a full ride scholarship to Liberty University. Sage and Michelle, please stand up. And thank you for your great bravery. And who can believe that we're even speaking about things like this? 15 years ago, if somebody was up here and said that, they'd say, what's wrong with him? And now we have to say it because it's going on all over numerous states without even telling the parents. But surely we can all agree no state can be allowed to rip children from their parents' arms and transition them to a new gender against the parents' will. Who would believe that we're even talking about this? We must ban it, and we must ban it immediately.
Yeah, I can't believe we're talking about that either.
These people are crazy. I'm telling you, they're crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. That's wild.
Amazing. Incredible. Boy, oh boy. We're lucky we have a country. With people like this,
they
Democrats are
wouldn't
destroying
want
our
you to
country,
see
but
all
we
this.
stopped it just in the nick of time, didn't we? Huh? No one cares more about protecting America's youth than our wonderful First Lady. Now a movie star. She's a movie star. Can you believe it? Who would have believed that? Over the past year, she has had an incredible impact championing AI legislation, advancing a landmark executive order on foster care, and helping secure $30 million to launch the Melania Trump Foster Youth to Independence Initiative. It's a tremendous, really a tremendous thing that happened and had a lot of bipartisan support. She gets much better bipartisan support than I do. I get none. She gets a lot. Someday you're going to have to tell me how you did that. And students and educators in every state have joined the First Lady's efforts in the presidential AI challenge, keeping America's next generation positioned to succeed and strongly succeed in the future. Tonight, we welcome two young people whose lives reflect the First Lady's impact, Sierra Burns and Everest Nevermont. Thank you both. And Melania, thank you. I know how hard you worked on it. Thank you very much. I'm very proud to say that during my time in office, both the first 4 years and in particular this last year, there has been a tremendous renewal in religion, faith, Christianity, and belief in God. Tremendous renewal.
There's a lot going on here.
This is especially true among young people, and a big part of that had to do with my great friend, Charlie Kirk, a great guy, great man. So last year, Charlie was violently murdered by an assassin and martyred, really martyred for his beliefs. His wonderful wife, Erica, is with us tonight. Erica, please stand. Thank you, Erica. Been through a lot. In Charlie's memory, we must all come together to reaffirm that America is one nation under God, and we must totally reject political violence of any kind.
Yes, always. No political violence.
We love religion, and we love bringing it back, and it's coming back at levels that nobody actually thought possible. It's really a beautiful thing to see. Above all, unleashing America's promise requires keeping our community safe. We have made incredible strides, yet dangerous repeat offenders continue to be released by pro-crime Democrat politicians again and again. We are honored to be joined tonight by a woman who's been through hell, Anya Zuretska. In 2022, she and her beautiful daughter, so beautiful, what a beautiful young woman, Irina, fled war-torn Ukraine to live with relatives near Charlotte, North Carolina. And by the way, what's going on with Charlotte? Last summer, 23-year-old Irina was riding home on the train when a deranged monster who had been arrested over a dozen times and was released through no cash bail stood up and viciously slashed a knife through her neck and body. No one will ever forget there were people on that train. No one will ever forget the expression of terror on Irina's face as she looked up at her attacker in the last seconds of her life. She died instantly. She had escaped a brutal war only to be slain by a hardened criminal, set free to kill in America, came in through open borders. Mrs. Zuretska, tonight I promise you we will ensure justice for your magnificent daughter, Irina. How do you not stand? How do you not stand? I'm asking this Congress to pass tough legislation to ensure that violent and dangerous repeat offenders are put behind bars, and importantly, that they stay there.
What's up the order?
Starting last summer, I deployed our National Guard and federal law enforcement to restore law and order to our most dangerous cities, including Memphis, Tennessee, big success, New Orleans, Louisiana, big success, and our nation's capital itself, Washington, D.C., where we have almost no crime anymore in Washington, D.C. How did that happen?
Good question.
In fact, crime in Washington is now at the lowest level ever recorded, and murders in D.C. this January were down close to 100% from a year ago. They don't like to hear that. One of the sick people, one of the brave service members who helped achieve this stunning turnaround was 20-year-old West Virginia Army National Guard Specialist Sarah Beckstrom. After a 4-month deployment, she voluntarily extended her service, and her rank was going to be lifted. She was doing so well. They were so proud of her. But the very next day, she was on patrol near the White House when she was ambushed and shot in the head by a terrorist monster from Afghanistan. Shouldn't have been in our country. And all because she wore the uniform of our nation, she was shot. He traveled here because he didn't like people wearing our uniform. He was sick and deranged, shouldn't have been in our country. Sarah Beckstrom died in order to defend our capital, and we are honored to be joined by her wonderful parents, Gary and Evalie. Your daughter was a true American patriot, and she will be greatly missed. She was a great person. I saw reports on her. They've never seen anything like it. So sorry. Thank you very much. A great young lady. I saw reports that were like, perfect. She was perfect. Serving alongside Sarah that day was Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. The terrorist shot Andrew in the head, and no one thought he could possibly make it. The two of them, Sarah and Andrew, both shot violently in the head. Neither was expected to make it. They weren't even given a chance, except his wonderful mother, named Melody, who I spoke to the same night. And she was so positive. The doctors thought that Andrew was gone. But his mother said, no, Mr. President, Andrew will be fine. He's going to make it. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, he was given almost no chance. She said, I have no doubt, sir, he's going to be okay. This was a conversation that I had with her that night, with her son laying helplessly in bed, blood all over. Everybody is praying, she said, sir, he will be okay. The doctors didn't understand what she was saying. And after looking at the results of the damage done, neither did I. She was so strong and conclusive that even Andrew's great father felt she didn't really understand the gravity of the situation. But she turned out to be right. Right, Melody? She turned out to be right.
All right. We're going to roll up this last one.
Amazing, actually. I said, where does this woman come from? She's the most positive person I've ever met. With God's help, Andrew has battled back from the edge of death, and we're talking about the edge of death, on his way to a miraculous recovery. He's got a little work to do, but he's doing great. Nice to see you. He's a good-looking guy. Nice to see you. Thanks, Andrew. Thank you very much. So, Andrew, while you're up, now I'm going to ask a highly respected General James Seward to present Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf and the great family of Sarah Beckstrom with the award created by our late, great President George Washington himself. It's called the Purple Heart.
Salute, salute.
We love you all. Love you. We're proudly restoring safety for Americans at home, and we are also restoring security for Americans abroad. Our country has never been stronger. In my first 10 months, I ended 8 wars, including Cambodia. Isn't it funny? Sick people. Cambodia and Thailand. Pakistan and India would have been a nuclear war. 35 million people, said the Prime Minister of Pakistan, would have died if it were not for my involvement. Kosovo and Serbia. Israel and Iran. Egypt and Ethiopia. Armenia and Azerbaijan. The Congo and Rwanda, and of course, the war in Gaza, which proceeds at a very low level. It's just about there. And I want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner for your help. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Jared. And I also want to thank the man they report to, Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Thank you, Marco. People like you. You know, Marco got 100% of the votes when he was in confirmation. I think our next one was about 54%. And some of the Democrats are now saying, I can't believe we approved that guy. And he said it's an honor that they feel that way, right, Marco? You have done a great job, great Secretary of State. I think he'll go down as the best ever.
Hopefully they're actually doing something and you can see the results. 'Cause
Under the
without
ceasefire I
results-
negotiated, every single hostage, both living and dead, has been returned home. Can you believe that?
Without results, this is all talk. We got to get some results. Got to be able to see it.
Nobody thought it was possible. Nobody thought that was possible. Both living and dead. And those parents who had a dead son, their boy, they'd always tell me their boy, they wanted him as much as though he were living. It was an amazing period of time. They came back, and when we got all of the living hostages back, and many, many before them, but I always said those last 20 are going to be very tough, but we got many, many more, hundreds. But I said those last 20 are going to be tough. We got them back. But we only got back 14 or 15 of the dead of the 28. And believe it or not, Hamas worked along with Israel, and they dug and they dug and they dug. It's a tough thing to do, going through bodies all over, passing up 100 bodies sometimes for each one that they found. Tough job. And they finally got it back to 27. And then Steve and Jared, they got it back to 28. They found all 28. Nobody thought that was possible, but we did it. And I remember the family of the 28th. They were so grieved, but they were so happy as it's possible to be. They had their boy back. The mother said, "Sir, we have our boy back." What a period of time that was, but we got them all back. So thank you both very much. Great job. And we're working very hard to end the ninth war, the killing and slaughter between Russia and Ukraine, where 25,000 soldiers are dying each and every month. Think of that, 25,000 soldiers are dying a month. A war which would have never happened if I were president, would have never happened. As president, I will make peace wherever I can, but I will never hesitate to confront threats to America wherever we must. That's why in a breakthrough operation last June, the United States military obliterated Iran's nuclear weapons program with an attack on Iranian soil known as Operation Midnight Hammer.
Midnight Hammer.
Good. Ooh.
Sounds bad.
For decades, it had been the policy of the United States never to allow Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon. Many decades. Since they seized control of that proud nation 47 years ago, the regime and its murderous proxies have spread nothing but terrorism and death and hate. They've killed and maimed thousands of American service members and hundreds of thousands and even millions of people with what's called roadside bombs. They were the kings of the roadside bomb. And we took out Soleimani. I did that during my first term. Had a huge impact. He was the father of the roadside bomb. And just over the last couple of months with the protests, they've killed at least, it looks like 32,000 protesters, 32,000 protesters in their own country. They shot them and hung them. We stopped them from hanging a lot of them with the threat of serious violence. But this is some terrible people. They've already developed missiles that can threaten Europe and our bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America. After Midnight Hammer, they were warned to make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, in particular nuclear weapons. Yet they continue, starting it all over. We wiped it out, and they want to start all over again, and are at this moment again pursuing their sinister ambitions. We are in negotiations with them. They want to make a deal, but we haven't heard those secret words. We will never have a nuclear weapon. My preference. My preference is to solve this problem through diplomacy. But one thing is certain, I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen. And no nation should ever doubt America's resolve. We have the most powerful military on earth. I rebuilt the military in my first term. We're going to continue to do so. Also, we just approved a $1 trillion budget. We have no choice. We have to be strong, because hopefully we will seldom have to use this great power that we built together. It's really called peace through strength, and it's been very, very effective. So thanks to Republicans in Congress who are investing that record number of dollars, have no choice, in the United States Armed Forces. Also creating a lot of jobs, but we're not even doing it for that reason. because as I said, we have more jobs, more people working today than ever before in the history of our country. And NATO countries, our friends and allies, they're our friends and they're our allies, have just agreed at my very strong request to pay 5% of GDP for military defense rather than the 2%, which they weren't paying. We were paying for almost all of NATO. Now they're paying 5 as opposed to not paying 2. And getting that 5% was something which everyone said would never be done, could not happen. We got it really easily with one meeting. And big difference between 2% that's not paid. We were paying the freight of many of them. Very few were paid up. Now 5%, then they're paid. And everything we send over to Ukraine is sent through NATO, and they pay us in full. They pay us totally in full. Every branch of our armed forces is setting records for recruitment. This is so exciting. And every service member recently. And every service member recently received a warrior dividend of $1,776. You know, they put it on my desk. We got the money from tariffs and other things. A lot of money we have. We have much more money than people understand. Have to rebuild that program a little bit, but it won't take long. But we got the money, and it was $1,775, and they wanted my approval. And I said, what's the number? $1,775. I said, wait a minute. For $1 more, we can have $1,776. It's going to. I said, we're going to figure that. I never asked anybody if we could afford it. $1 more. I said, $1,776. And I said, that's good. And I'll tell you what, our military, that was 4 months ago, our military, I never see a person in the military that doesn't thank me for it. So we're honored to do it. They deserve it. And we call it 1776. It was great. And we love our military. We love our law enforcement. We love our firemen. You know, the firemen don't get mentioned enough. We love our firemen. We're also... We're also restoring American security and dominance in the Western Hemisphere, acting to secure our national interests and defend our country from violence, drugs, terrorism, and foreign interference. For years, large swaths of territory in our region, including large parts of Mexico, really large parts of Mexico, have been controlled by murderous drug cartels. That's why I designated these cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, and I declared illicit fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction. And with our new military campaign, we have stopped record amounts of drugs coming into our country and virtually stopped it completely coming in by water or sea. You probably noticed that. We very seriously damaged their fishing industry also. Nobody wants to go fishing anymore. We've also taken down one of the most sinister cartel kingpins of all. You saw that yesterday. In January, elite American warriors carried out one of the most complex, spectacular feats of military competence and power in world history. No one's seen anything like it. Foreign leaders, I won't tell you who, called me, and they said, very impressive, very good. They couldn't believe, they all watched. They saw what happened. This is a different fighting force than we had years ago when we fought to tie. You know, it's a great fighting force. I'm so proud of it. Look at Space Force. Space Force is my baby. As we did that, my baby, it's becoming so important.
Space Force?
And America's armed forces overwhelmed all defenses and utterly defeated an enemy, good fighters, to end the reign of outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro and bring him to face American justice.
Yep.
And this was an absolutely colossal victory for the security of the United States, and it also opens up a bright new beginning for the people of Venezuela. We're working closely with the new president of Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, to unleash extraordinary economic gains for both of our countries and to bring new hope to those who have suffered so terribly. They really did suffer. With us tonight is Alejandro Gonzalez. She grew up in a tight-knit Venezuelan family and was especially close to her beloved uncle Enrique. But after Enrique ran for office and opposed Maduro, he was kidnapped by Maduro's security forces and thrown into the regime's really infamous prison in Caracas. Alejandro feared she would never see her uncle again. She feared for her own life also. But since the raid, we have worked with the new leadership, and they have ordered the closure of that vile prison and released hundreds of political prisoners already, with more to come. Alejandro, I'm pleased to inform you that not only has your uncle been released, but he is here tonight. We brought him over to celebrate his freedom with you in person. Enrique, please come down.
pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Any more magic tricks, Mr. President?
Thank you, Enrique. Have a good time. Nice to have you back, Enrique. There were many heroes on that January raid to capture Maduro. Really great heroes.
Nice to have you back,
It was very
Enrique.
dangerous. They knew we were coming. They were all set. But the deeds of one warrior that night will live forever in the eternal chronicles of military valor. Chief Warrant Officer 5, Eric Slover, planned the mission and was the flight lead in the cockpit of the first helicopter. A big, beautiful, powerful helicopter. It was a massive Chinook carrying, as you can imagine, many, many American warfighters. Wearing the dog tags, his wife Amy had blessed with holy water before he left. She knew it was going to be a rough one. Eric steered the Chinook under the cover of night and descended swiftly upon Maduro's heavily protected military fortress. This was a major military installation, protected by thousands of soldiers and guarded by Russian and Chinese military technology. How did that work out? Not too good. While preparing to land, enemy machine guns fired from every angle, and Eric was hit very badly in the leg and hip, one bullet after another. He absorbed 4 agonizing shots, shredding his leg into numerous pieces. And yet, despite the fact that the use of his legs was vital to successful helicopter flight, legs are the most important part of flying a helicopter, to deliver the many commandos who would capture and detain Maduro was the only thing Eric was thinking about. Then, even as he was gushing blood, which was flowing back down the aisle, helicopter lands at a steep angle. The machine gun stood right in front of him. They were right in front of him, 2 machine gunners who escaped the wrath of the previous planes. Eric maneuvered his helicopter with all of those lives and souls to face the enemy and let his gunners eliminate the threat. Turned the helicopter around so the gunners could take care of business, saving the lives of his fellow warriors from what could have been a catastrophic crash deep in enemy territory. Only after safely landing the helicopter with all the warriors aboard in the exact right spot, which was vital to the mission, probably would have had to maybe cancel the mission if that didn't happen. Eric told his co-pilot, also wounded, but not as gravely, to take over. I'm about ready to pass out.
Very intense story.
The success of the entire mission and the lives of his fellow warriors hinge on Eric's ability to take the searing pain. It was unbelievable what's happened to his legs of the bullets and keep on flying and landing. And people knew what was happening. Everybody in the back of the helicopter knew because they saw the blood pouring down the aisle. Chief Warrant Officer Slover is still recovering from his serious wounds, but I'm thrilled to say that he is here tonight with his wife, Amy, Eric, and Amy. Come on in.
Damn, President Trump is full of magic tricks today. Salute.
So we have a surprise for Eric and Amy. In recognition of Eric's actions above and beyond the call of duty, I would now like to ask General Jonathan Braga to present Chief Warrant Officer Slover with our nation's highest military award, the Congressional Medal of Honor.
He did that. He was vital to the
Well, thank you very much, Eric and Amy. Great to get to know you. I met with them and with a lot of their fellow warriors at Fort Bragg recently. You notice the name Fort Bragg. We have it back. We brought it back. We won the First World War with it, the Second World War with it, and then they decided to change the name. So we changed it back. Everybody wanted to change back too. And 10 of Eric's fellow warriors from that incredible night of victory will also be receiving medals at a private ceremony that will soon be held at the White House. And Eric will be there. Thank you. Thank you, Eric. That's a big one. Tonight we've celebrated many truly extraordinary American patriots, but there is one last living legend to honor before we go. He is one more heroic American aviator, Navy fighter pilot. Royce Williams served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, flying more than 220 missions. In the skies over Korea in 1952, Royce was in the dogfight of a lifetime, legendary dogfight. Flying through blizzard conditions, his squadron was ambushed by 7 Soviet fighter planes. It was his first aerial combat of the war, and despite being massively outnumbered and outgunned, Royce led the takedown of 4 enemy jets and almost destroyed the others, vanquishing his adversaries while taking 263 bullets to his own plane and being seriously hurt. His story was secret for over 50 years. He didn't even want to tell his wife, but the legend grew and grew. But tonight, at 100 years old, this brave Navy captain is finally getting the recognition he deserves. He was a legend long before this evening. Royce, please stand up, and I will ask the First Lady of the United States to present Captain Royce Williams with his Congressional Medal of Honor.
Medal of Honor. After all those years, you finally got recognized for what you did. And you were being humbled to say, I was just doing my job.
Thank you, Royce, and thank you, Eric. I've always wanted the Congressional Medal of Honor, but I was informed I'm not allowed to give it to myself, and I wouldn't know why I'd be taking it, but if they ever open up that law, I will be there with you someday. But you know, that's our highest honor, Congressional Medal of Honor, and that's a big thing, and it's an honor to be in the same room with you. Thank you both very much, Eric. Thank you. Thank you. 250 years is a long time in the life of a nation, but in another sense, it's really a mere moment in the eye of history. 2 of the gentlemen we met in the gallery this evening took their first breaths 1 century ago, 100 years before that, on July 4th, 1826, the author of the Declaration of Independence, brilliant, Thomas Jefferson, drew his last breath. Just a single long human lifespan separates the giants who declared and won our independence from the heroes who stand among us tonight. Everything our nation has done, everything we have achieved, has been the work of those few great lifetimes. In those brief chapters, Americans built this nation from 13 humble colonies into the pinnacle of human civilization and human freedom, the strongest, wealthiest, most powerful, most successful nation in all of history. Americans ventured out across the daunting and dangerous continent. We carved paths through an unforgiving wilderness, settled a boundless frontier, and tamed the beautiful but very, very dangerous Wild West. From empty marshes and wide open plains, we raised up the world's greatest cities. Together, we mastered the world's mightiest industries and shattered history's monstrous tyrannies, and we liberated millions from the chains of fascism, communism, oppression, and terror. Americans lifted humanity into the skies on the wings of aluminum and steel, and then we launched mankind into the stars on rockets powered by sheer American will and unyielding American pride. We wired the globe with our ingenuity. We captivated the planet with American culture, and now we are pioneering the next great American breakthroughs that will change the entire world. All of this and so much more is the enduring legacy, unmatched glory of the hardworking patriots who built and defended this country and who still carry the hopes and freedoms on all of humanity's backs. For years, they were forgotten, betrayed, and cast aside, but that great betrayal is over, and they will never be forgotten again, because when the world needs courage, daring, vision, and inspiration, it is still turning to America. And when God needs a nation to work his miracles, he knows exactly who to ask. There is no challenge Americans cannot overcome, no frontier too vast for us to conquer, no dream too bold for us to chase, no horizon too distant for us to claim. For our destiny is written by the hand of providence, And these first 250 years were just the beginning. From the rugged border towns of Texas to the heartland villages of Michigan, from the sun-kissed shores of Florida to the endless fields of the Dakotas, and from the historic streets of Philadelphia to right here in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., the golden age of America is upon us. The revolution that began in 1776 has not ended. It still continues because the flame of liberty and independence still burns in the heart of every American patriot. And our future will be bigger, better, brighter, bolder, and more glorious than ever before. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
And that was the State of the Union address. So what do you guys think? You can always leave your comments. We'll start smoke sesh here in a second because I'm gonna finish smoking and it's time for bed. So this was the show. This popped up. This was kind of new, and we had to make sure we gave it some attention. We're not blind to what this is. He came out. He said his part. Democrats are going to try to spin that how they want to, but we'll have to let the fruits speak for themselves. And here in the future, things are going to get a little bit more busy. But right now, we're just chilling. Everything is cool. No pressure. Remember that. I hope everybody has a good night. We're about to go ahead and have our smoke sesh. But remember, pray for your leaders. This is who we elected. Let's go ahead and try to see what's actually happening out there. And remember,
may the force be with you.